Another one.
I can't be fucking arsed with tonight, to be honest with you. But
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams.
go on, crack on.
Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes.
He loves tits.
And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a sore. I'm putting that on the Lord.
I will knock you out, you cunt.
Yes!
Big, I gotta make it just for my kid. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds
The things are gone.
Fucking hell.
No one wanted that.
up on the ground and the cars is real big. I gotta do it big. The only way that I can live.
Tell me my Twitter.
What's
it's
your fucking
'87. What's your TikTok?
Are you
What's
on
your
fucking
handle on
TikTok?
TikTok?
Are you on
What the
fucking
fuck is it?
YouTube?
I'll follow you.
Shut up! Fuck off!
You fuck off. Come on, let's
Anyway,
get normal now.
Freddie, how are you?
Did you just try interviewing me in a way that made this sound vaguely like a podcast?
Go on. Thank you for coming. Take it easy. Take care. Good night.
Another one.
It's happening. Listen, before this episode starts, we just thought we'd make a little clip to let you know that anyone who doesn't know, we now have a Patreon. It is patreon.com/another one podcast. And there's like a few different tiers on there. And we can go and get where you can sign up to us. And it helps us make this podcast. Helps us make it, helps us pay for the podcast. Helps us make it better. Helps us improve and put more content out. We've got big plans for things we want to do. Haven't we? Since
Yes, we have. We've got big plans. We have got big plans.
yes, Rob. Yes.
No, we have got big plans, and without anyone signing to the Patreon, this will die.
Yeah.
This will go away eventually because if we can't make it work financially, we can't keep doing it, can we?
No, we can't just keep throwing fucking...
No, and we've got Aftermill to buy, and that fucking costs
We've
a
got
bomb.
kids to pay for.
Yeah.
Listen,
We
I'll
need
be
to
honest.
keep this-
If I can't provide, I'll leave.
Yeah.
So
And we already know.
you don't want to make an orphan.
We already know how it's going, don't we? So we needed to be giving us something back
Yeah, please.
because we're bleeding here.
My kids are begging. My kids begging.
So sign up to the Patreon, patreon.com/another one podcast.
That's it. There's 3 different tiers, loads of different prices.
Pick one.
Pick one. Help
Sign
us.
up. You won't even notice it going out your bank. It's a couple of quid.
Less than a Tesco meal deal. Or, well, maybe more than a Tesco meal deal.
You'd
I
buy
don't
a
know how much
starving man a meal deal, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, I'm starving.
That's what we are.
Look at me.
Look at him.
Do
you think that? Do you think this?
Help.
Another one. Another one.
Game on.
Look, going straight into it.
What?
Oh, we can take.
Are we welcoming?
We're not, no,
No.
say this is all
Come on
news.
then, Alan. You've been here enough times before.
Hello,
Right.
how are you doing? I'm Alan, this is Tom. We're the hosts on Another One podcast. Can't believe this is happening, to be honest. This is mad. We've just been talking.
I can't believe he's agreed. Tom agreed to it, to be honest.
When you get on the wrong side of the bed and you feel uncomfortable, you can't sleep all
I
night.
hate this. I really hate this.
Yeah, so me and Tom run a podcast called Wednesday Night at Finnegan's. Do you want to introduce yourself, Baptist minister?
Well, that's it. We're both Baptist ministers, aren't we?
ministers,
So, is this your usual kind of vibe on Another One pod? Like,
Well, our usual
religion
kind of,
and that.
No, this is the whole point. You taking over. It's your
the last
pod.
time I come on here, I got called a nonce within 5 minutes. So, that's the
It's
level.
normally a bit quicker than that.
You're taking. This is your rules. Whatever you want. We're following your rules here.
Very good.
Yeah, so
You're in charge of the conversation. There's dead air. It's all your fault this time.
That's
both
right.
back-
There'll be a lot of that with me, by the way. Yeah.
I reckon you're going to get into this.
I'm a bad guest. Go on. Yeah, bad, terrible.
You've been
I
a
think
guest
we're both
before.
bad guests.
I'm a bad guest.
Well, it's a bit like backseat driving, isn't it? You'll be pushing the brakes and
I
everything.
just, I don't know what to say.
You don't know what to say.
No.
I've never seen you speechless. This is new for me.
Well, I don't know now. I honestly, I'm a bit uncomfortable.
I think that's.
I'm a
good,
bit
though.
nervous.
I think that's fine because I've watched a couple of these. I watched the one with.
I've not watched any of yours.
Is it
but go on.
Keris? Keris, and she was on.
Fucking hell, that's a big
Trust
one for
you
you
to watch that.
That was it. That was like
That's like
baptism
the
of
opposite
fire.
of everything.
And so I'm watching it, and she's sharing about all this deep stuff,
Yeah.
and you lads are just ripping her. I thought it was like therapy, but not in a good way.
We're all comics, aren't we? That's what it's for. Well, you're not, but you know what I mean. We're all. That's
had
the
to
whole
go.
point.
Had to
Yeah,
go.
you had to go, haven't you?
Briefly,
He was the face of the Liverpool Comedy Festival on the brochure for about 3 years.
couldn't get away from it.
Literally,
Baby face.
front of
That's
the
it.
brochure, his face.
Is he any good?
He's only done one gig.
Just that was
Any good?
no. I just got heckled mercilessly by some woman on the front row.
That you knew, or
No, not really.
No, didn't know her at all. But she saved me, like, because I went out there and had no, like, like complete mind blank, going out, had nothing to say, and she just started getting into me and made it like good. But I thought that was a close shave. Just get out of it now.
Yeah. So obviously, I think Rob, when he was like talking about this, I think this is for one of your specials or something. Yeah.
You're going to introduce me.
100th episode. Yeah, you haven't introduced us. Yeah.
Oh, we've got an introduce yet. Don't introduce yourself.
Say it to your left.
To your left, we've got
Simon Wozniak.
Debutante.
Yeah, debutante.
in the chair.
All right.
Yeah.
I really feel sorry for our guests now.
Well, I feel
having been like sitting like this, because the natural thing is to look at the so actually to twist to look at you two is actually quite horrible.
Yeah.
And no one's told us that.
Right.
And it feels dead vulnerable because there's nothing in front of you where we've got a table and all that. You feel like you're hidden a little bit. This is open.
Well, I keep looking at the camera. Don't know why.
You look terrified.
You can flatten the chairs, which just means it looks.
I'm not asked if this is a shit episode. It's not my fault, is it?
No, that'd be our fault.
That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then to our right, we've got
I'll introduce myself, Rob Thomas.
Rob Thomas. Yeah.
Thank
Nice
you.
to meet you, Rob.
And you, Simon.
So, all right, let's start. How did you how did you get together to start Another One podcast?
We've talked about this before. Well, I don't have a
Next question.
I don't have a way. Well, basically, I wanted to do something and start like an NFL thing, and it wasn't really going anywhere. And it was with my mates, and we were having a laugh, but they weren't really committed, dropping out every other week and stuff. And it was like, this is going nowhere. I need something else. And I felt the urge to be doing something. You need to be doing something. And then so I'd
Got
done
broody.
Yeah, I'd done Have a Word, and I was like, right, come on, I need to push on it. And then I think what episode did you do? Have a Word?
Don't know, 110.
Well, I done 100, so I think 3 months later I saw him do 110. I was like, they kept
Scousest episode you can do.
The 110 episode.
Yeah. They kept talking to him about they kept talking about like degenerate things, and then or he was talking about degenerate things like gambling and all sorts, and they just kept making like jokes about stuff and then going off on tangents, and I was like, no, I want to get into the heart of being horrible here.
Right.
I want to get into the heart of being like addicted to roulette and stuff. So I thought this was quite interesting, and
I'm clean now.
And they left it all. And they left it all. So
For
I was
the
like,
listeners.
let's try it, me and him. And then when I called him, he was like, yeah, I also feel the urge to need to do something, otherwise you get left behind. So we had a little go. It's been like that ever since. Don't even think we liked each other, to be honst.
No. Still don't, but it's just happened now.
So the initial thing.
I don't think we'd spoken for 2 years before.
I don't think we'd ever spoken. Had one interaction on Facebook. Yeah, that was it.
So you weren't really mates before?
Never spent 1 minute with
mates now, like.
No, never seen 1 minute with each other. Just, no.
No.
Never.
I was newish. I was quite new.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, so I was probably not even that well on the circuit, and then COVID and everything. So we'd never really. I'd never.
All right.
It was just the way he was talking. It's like they're the subjects that I talk about.
Okay.
Whereas like Have a Word, nice lads and that, great podcast, but it's very silly. Okay. Whereas we're not silly, we're very toxic.
very serious, man.
That's what I'm trying to get at. You're going for that deliberately. That's kind of toxic because you.
Well, I was thinking that on the way here today. I was thinking, I can't. Like, I think, could I never laugh? On a podcast.
And you're going to try tonight.
No, but I think sometimes when you do press that, I think you forget that we are still sort of performing in a way.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I could literally just go, I could sit here right now.
Yeah.
And do nothing.
I mean, you did promise.
But then if I did that, it wouldn't be any good, would it? They'd be like, well, so you have got to perform. You forget that.
You do.
You are performing for 3 hours every time we record it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, God. And then I just think, is this what you'd want to do? And then you're like, well, you've got to do it. Every episode you see people are performing on, and you don't realise it. Because the realist of me, I would just be sitting here like this. Just, I don't want to talk about that. No. But I've got to talk about it because what else am I going to talk about?
You're still half like that, though. You still very much go.
Yeah, I'm still trying to create that space of how you can be entertaining without doing anything. Like to just sit it, like a dream I've often spoke about is to do a podcast where there's a 5-minute silence.
I've heard you,
yeah. Like create a moment, and like a space where they go, have you seen that?
Well, and that would be a powerful.
Like one of my most powerful clips is with you and Tegan and Hattie.
Oh, you fuck off.
When I left, and then they were just sitting around going, you know, like a family party or something when you ran out of it and you're scrambling around for the thing you were gonna say, but then someone else was thought you forgot it.
Yeah.
And you go, oh, I'm sure I had another conversation topic then, and then that happened, and I thought that's a great clip. That just people struck the realness of it. People going, I've got nothing to say.
They used to do it on have you seen a thing called Early Doors? It's an old sort of
the pub sitcom.
Craig Cash.
A little bit at times, didn't it?
Yeah.
They've done that a little bit. They sort of stand at the bar like nothing to say.
I didn't see that.
I think that's a little bit what we're going with, because there's an idea behind that is that like they're just happy to be out the house.
Yeah.
Like they'll stand there in silence, drinking their ale, just happy not to be in the house. And sometimes the pod's a bit like that.
I've not seen out there.
Is that what this is for? Just to get out the house?
No, it was meant to try and become millionaires. And then the reality of it is you're going, nuh-uh. That's why I blame the Haverware boys. They've fucked us all.
They've mopped up all the money.
They've fucked us all.
Nothing.
False sense of hope.
Like one of the mega churches.
They're like Liver King. That's what they're like. They're like Liver King.
We get it.
They're telling everyone they're not on steads. Like they lied to us all day.
Yeah.
There's no. The market's dead.
It's like honestly, we get it with church. We get
that's
like,
what
the
our
big
church
churches
is.
that hoover everyone up and all the money and everything and leave nothing for the little ones out there.
We're the
Ends up our skint.
But a part of me, I've said this again on our one, is that I do enjoy the idea. Also, the idea if it made money, that then becomes more admin. So therefore, it's like
then we'd fucking hate it.
I kind of like the idea. They go, well, we're not making anything from that, so therefore that doesn't have to get factored into the admin at the end of the year, whatever. It's only if it started getting, I'd be like, oh no, now there's now.
But you're quite open about the fact that if we did make money, you still wouldn't do any more work.
So it'd be you.
It'd be me, yeah.
No,
You
we'd
always
employ
said-
people.
Yeah.
That's interesting because I think we've on our podcast we've
Well, hang on,
definitely
let's talk
got
about us
a vibe. We've had enough now. This is our one. On ours, I think I'm the one who does the work.
Yeah.
Alan does nothing. Is there a similar vibe?
Man like
going on
Alan in
here?
the building. Yes, sir.
Similar vibes.
Hang on a
yeah.
minute. It's only because he's a bit of a control freak, right?
That. Well,
Same.
is there,
He's a bit of a
Exactly, yeah.
control
Works,
freak.
doesn't it?
Yeah. And
We've got bigger things to
because
worry
I'm,
about.
like, older,
Cancer, whatever else.
Because I'm older, I can't do the technology as much as him. That's why. So,
And because you
Balls on
refuse to do technology.
I can't have X because the Twitter won't. I can't use Twitter.
yeah,
he won't update his phone.
I ain't got the space and I won't go on the cloud.
right.
Are you on the
Like,
cloud,
that's
Tom?
why.
You on the cloud?
I'm on the cloud.
Are you on
I'm
the
all over
cloud, Alan?
No.
No.
Alan
Well, you
has no
probably are, but you
idea.
don't know about it.
Well,
Yeah.
Possibly. Yeah, I've got no idea.
Yeah, you found out yesterday you were on it and you were not.
Yeah, by accident because of this thing.
So, so he does do the bulk of the work.
Yeah, that's the same. Because I, as much as I say, oh, Sam doesn't do nothing, I also wouldn't let him do it anyway.
Yeah.
Because he'd only mess it up.
He's the
Well,
same.
I'm just, yeah, and I wouldn't be happy with it, and then I'd be a bit, and then I'm just hard to work with. I got a cob on then, like things done my own way.
See, I wouldn't want to do any of it because,
It'd be
He's
crap.
just explaining it.
Yeah.
yeah, but like when he wants to collab with my film, and I go, I'm not doing that because that would be something I'd have to try at.
Yeah.
And then if he was trying to have his impact, I'd be like, no, I'm not.
Well,
I
that's
want it
what-
my
yeah.
way or no way.
We wanna
this
make-
one, I'm like, I turn up and I just sit there and go, let's be quiet for 5 minutes.
Tell me I'm talking about myself too much.
Yeah. Listen to him tell a story again. I'll sit here
So
for
what
5
they do with him, they do things in like the churchy circles, like, and they do like quiet days.
Oh, they sound
You'd
lovely.
love that.
You love it.
Oh,
Literally,
what
you
are
go
they?
and you say nothing.
You can
and
go for a week.
yeah,
There's just
you
no
go for a week.
talking.
There's no talking allowed.
Not even at meal
What, in
times. Nothing.
church? Or what?
No, it's like,
It's like a
in the middle
retreat
of like
centre
in the middle of
some
nowhere.
field somewhere in a
So no
big old
technology,
house.
no nothing. You can just sit there in silence.
You can't. You're not allowed to talk.
You're allowed to
You
drink.
only talk to one person for like I think it's half an hour.
Like a
day.
spiritual
To
director.
drive them.
Like a director that you can talk to them
Yeah.
about stuff, but then after that you have to go away and just
Be
be on your
silent.
own and not talk to anyone.
So you're making your own food and that, and just take your own drink and
No
stuff.
dinner times and stuff.
Why can't you just do that at home?
You're lining up the refreshments.
Why do you have to go for a retreat with that? Why can't you just say to everyone, fuck off for a bit?
I imagine trying not to talk at home.
That
Yeah.
does not work.
Yeah.
That doesn't
Right.
work.
So can't you just go somewhere on holiday on your own instead?
You could.
You
but
get it
I'm
paid
sure
for.
Someone will talk to you then.
Yeah, that's how you get out of it with your beard, isn't it? Going on a spiritual retreat.
That's it.
I don't know.
I'm going
You
to find myself.
right?
I'm going to get closer to God.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's interesting.
Wonder if we can do that in Benidorm.
So where'd you do that though?
I don't think so.
There's lots of different places around the country.
Where?
Well, you want an address?
I don't know.
We'll sort you out with one.
I can send you it.
But then
It's like
does
nice,
it cost?
Yeah.
Yeah,
ooh.
it costs.
How much?
I don't know.
But normally Christians are good if you say you can't afford it, they'll sort
They'll
you
let
out.
you do it for
A
nothing.
box you for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about if we done
Especially
it?
if they think they're
What about
winning
when
you
they-
to their side.
What about if we done another?
If you show a little bit of leg and say, "Oh, I'm interested in this Bible
Okay,
thing,"
right,
they love it.
yeah, but they can't talk to me. That's the point,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Now
What about if we did another one productions? And
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
That's a
we're
win-win for
advertising
you.
it.
Yeah.
What's that?
If we did another one productions and we said we'll advertise it,
Yeah.
and then just film me and Simon doing nothing for a week,
Just
just like a silent
could be a
movie for a
special.
week. Yeah.
No, because I do sometimes want to do something.
just for 5 minutes.
Get bladdered and then chat to a stranger. I like doing that. It's a hobby of mine. To go hotel lobbies and just get fucked and chat to someone and then never see him again.
Just get bladdered and go to a confessional.
That's it. You could do it.
Yeah.
This feels a bit confessional vibes today.
This could be, yeah.
I know, but I think we
We
need
could
to
sort
sort
you
this thing out because my neck. I have to twist a bit. Yeah, you know the neck.
You're not
is
used to this
twisting
seat.
to look at him.
Right, okay.
Body's that way, but
It's all
Just
thrown,
be
it's
comfortable
thrown
with
you.
yourself.
Yeah, just be
Turn the
relaxed.
chair a little bit this way, maybe.
I know, but I'm scared of the camera not getting me. I'm just
Uncomfortable.
terrified about how big I'm gonna look on the camera now. The real size of me. Like, oh
I've
no.
accepted it, really.
Have you?
I know
You
full
look like
well.
you've lost weight, Rob.
And I'm just fat.
Are you saying you haven't?
I don't know.
People say it to me all the time, and I haven't. No.
Exactly. It's just what it is. You just remember me as being a fat cunt. So every time you see me, it's just like a question of how fat was he? Because like you're never fully sure.
How
I feel
fat
like
do you
you've
have to
lost
be
weight.
before they give you tablets? Because Alan got so fat they give him tablets to sort it out. He didn't do. There was nothing about his will, like self-will.
Weight loss tablets or
Yeah.
Diabetes
You've never
tablets.
struck me as a fat cunt, though, Alan.
Oh,
You-
it's-
Oh, I was 20 stone. at
yeah,
one point.
yeah. But
I'm
you weren't,
25.
Like, yeah.
But you're tall, aren't you?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Still
Yeah.
sturdy anyway.
still massive.
I was 20 stone.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Not fat, like.
I started feeling side boobs lately.
I'm
Have
about
you?
50
Like feeling the
something
underside
now,
of them and like underneath my arms. Like, oh God, I can
You
feel
can't
them.
put your arms down, can you?
Yeah, I'm a bit like, oh,
You have to walk like you're holding two carpets.
just getting spots there rubbing against myself.
Oh,
Oh.
that's a picture of that.
Sad, isn't it?
I need to do something about it, man.
Well, you started the podcast. It wants to be about like what depressing things. What is it?
I thought there was no
to be
aim
about?
to be about anything, was there? I think because I'd done the NFL one and that was so niche.
Yeah.
I think the idea was to be as universal as possible. The whole sort of selling thing was it's just like a green room. So we go into green room, you work with different comedians.
I get that.
You'd always have a laugh, sort of. Like you'd always make the best of it.
Yeah.
So that was meant to be the idea. There was no like other podcasts are very selective over who they have on. Like, is that is that going to push us? Is that going to grow us?
Just let that hang out there for a
Yeah.
second.
Is that going to grow our audience? Is that going to push us? Or that's the thing. Where
This
we,
ain't gonna grow your audience.
well, we were very.
We moved
When
mad,
did-
Tom.
when
we
did
moved
you
mad.
give up?
We were no, day one. We were very much whoever wants to be on it can be on
Yeah,
it.
exactly. It's getting there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Got a priest I've never met before doing it.
That's not a problem. What he's about to.
That's it.
One of my
Think
mates was
I
meant to be
know
on
the
it. He's fucked us
difference
off
between
twice. Just me mate.
Who's that?
One of my mates was meant to be on it, and he's fucked us off twice, and he's just me mate.
Yeah, yeah.
Not even a comment.
That's how bad it's getting. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Anyone who's got something, we can take the piss
Anyone
out
that's
of.
in this
Yeah.
building at the time?
Yeah.
Do you mind just coming on here for a second?
So we've had Rob on ours, haven't we?
We have.
Yeah.
We talked to him about his kind of life
The chameleon.
experiences and stuff like that.
I love when you come on, Rob. You just said, like, kind of basically, you didn't believe in God necessarily, but you were doing it just in case, like doing a favor for the big man, just in case.
Yeah, it's back like they say. There's no atheists on a sinking ship, is there? So,
I would be.
You would.
I'm a gangster, yeah. I'm a gangster.
you wouldn't even
That
say.
agnostic bullshit, I'll fuck off.
Yeah.
Pick a side and
I'm not
fucking
sitting on the fence.
deal with the consequences.
At least you know the
Yeah.
words.
You wouldn't go down just one word. Just hey mate, just in case.
Every now and then I
Sauce.
might say it, but I
There
wouldn't
we go.
give a shit.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. So we've sort of talked to Rob, haven't we?
Yeah, spiritually.
Talked about connections to the Baptist Church even and all that, and Spring Harvest and all
Yeah.
this sort of stuff.
Because people tried to force you down that way, didn't they, Rob? They like tried their best.
Yeah.
They give you
Not-
a free holiday and things like that.
Yeah, basically. I wouldn't say force, but tempt me down that way, sort of thing. I've been saying,
Where'd you go?
trying to be tempted straight. I've told you this, haven't I? I went to like
I don't
a.
listen.
You know my uncle who paid me to go to school. The ones who's dead religious and quite rich.
Yeah.
He took me with him a couple of times to like an Easter Spring Harvest Christian camp in Butlins.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Went to them twice in Butlins, and then
It's like thousands of people.
yeah,
Those
it did,
things,
but
aren't
it did the opposite thing. It
Pushed you
it
away.
nailed down that.
Butlins?
Yeah.
For a religious retreat?
To just take over Butlins.
So you
Now,
need to take a look at this. It's some good stuff.
I've got a mate who works there. I didn't ask you on your podcast because I thought it was out of order. I've got a mate who works there, and he's a known liar. So, but you can tell me if this got any.
Fitting well with the church.
You can tell me this got any truth to it or not.
Oh,
He
yeah.
said some of them, like they'd stop you saving a kid drowning.
What do you mean?
They say no, God will save him. He's like, some of them in that Spring Harvest are that like,
Wow.
that sort of strict that they're like, you don't get involved. Like
No
to sell a
medical stuff,
Butland
just-
staff don't get
yeah.
involved in anything. So even the lifeguards can't get involved,
Yeah,
sort of
no.
thing.
What? So they just don't bother with
I didn't think
lifeguards
that, yeah.
during that
Yeah, but
week?
there's loads of religious... Loads of religious nutters in America that will deny
Yeah.
the children childcare, isn't there? And they go,
Yeah, I mean,
we'll pray instead.
There is some nutters, yeah. There
Yeah.
is not the vast
All.
vast majority.
We can't
of
be
them are not
responsible
too
for
bad,
all of them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Vast
some
majority
people-
are all right. Like, I mean,
Right.
there's like 2.5 billion people who gets claimed to be Christian in the world. So
Is there?
a lot
Yeah,
of them.
2.5. Yeah, 2.5 billion.
And probably 2 billion Muslims. So
Is Christian the biggest, yeah? South American
Yeah.
or...
I thought
We're
Muslims were
bossing it.
biggest.
Nah. No, we're
Per square mile, who's the biggest?
biggest.
Yeah, but
Is it?
he's claiming all the lapsed ones over here and all
we're
that.
counting you.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's put fudging me in your numbers.
That's
You know
it,
what
you're
I mean?
definitely in.
Yeah.
You're a member at
Been
our place.
baptised. That's it. You're done. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we talked to you about it, but we've never talked to you about any sort of experience, any sort of
Closed
faith,
book?
any
Yeah,
sort of anything about
No.
sort of religion.
Okay.
So,
What do you want to know?
Yeah.
is there any? Have you ever been to church apart from a wedding, funeral, all that type of stuff?
Been to church, yeah.
Yeah. What was that like?
One word answers. Yeah, been.
No, this is
All
like,
right. Yeah, it was fine.
I like knowing why people don't go.
You don't have to be. I
Soccer
felt when Rob,
soccer is usually why a lot of young lads stop going, I reckon.
Yeah, possibly, yeah.
Because, you know,
So
soccer's...
was you regular at any point?
So, I
Here we
think
go. There's a
we
story
used to
here.
go... Some of my family are very religious.
Okay.
Still go, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much now, but
It's the Polish side or the normal side?
normal side. Polish side, we don't know.
Right.
It'd be Catholic probably anyway.
I don't know. It's just after the war. I don't think me granddad ever saw his side of the family ever again.
Wow.
So they were Jewish then?
I did hear that. It was fine. I don't want people to think I'm slow.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't laugh. That's what I mean. I don't need to laugh sometimes.
That's it.
So then someone would go, and then I think my mum tried with us
Right.
because I went to Catholic primary school.
Yeah.
Did all the communion, all that nonsense, and then I think it was probably just when footy started.
Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday, start playing at 8, 9, 10.
The real religion.
And then you're just thinking, I'm not missing out on this. And then life gets busy for your parents as you get older.
Yeah.
You know, you got my sister like a few years older than my brother and everything, and then there's just so much going on. It's like, we are going to church on a Sunday now. It's stressful. Like there's got other stuff
It's another
to
thing
do.
to fit in.
Do you know what I mean? Like they've got other shit to go. I just think Sunday, because Sunday everywhere used to be shut, didn't it? At 4 p.m.
Yeah, they force you.
So yeah,
to
you
go
need
to
you need
church.
to go to shop. You need to
We've
go.
given people too many options now. That's
Well,
the
yeah, if
problem.
you need to go to the shop and do a big
Yeah.
shop because you didn't get it done on Saturday, and then you need to go footy and then Tesco.
At all.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh,
So
you
it's
need to move
like,
your mic a bit closer if you don't mind, sorry.
so yeah, so there's so many reasons as to why you go like, you know what, that can't take, because they probably think, well, everything's shit anyway. Clearly, church isn't doing anything for us. maybe we'll go the other way and not go and see if life improves.
Well, God's omnipresent, but at the time, there wasn't Amazon 24-hour delivery, was there?
Yeah, but it's fundamentally not real. So whether it's omnipresent or not, don't give a fuck, does it?
And have you always had that then? There's that certainty that there's nothing.
Everyone goes through that little bit of life, isn't it, where you start questioning it all just out of it. You go, what do you believe in all this nonsense and that? And what I've noticed is the older the people, like the grandparents, they were a bit more like they just wouldn't hear any, because obviously when you face someone with the reality of going and questioning why on earth you believe in it, they can get a little bit. And I think it's just because their parents drilled it into them, and that's my theory. Is
like
they
a cultural conditioning.
Yeah, they just do it, and then
my
you go,
mum like that. She'd never heard the argument.
Yeah,
but then doesn't go to church or nothing like that.
Yeah.
Like,
they didn't want to hear the argument about it. Same with anything. Like you mentioned, priests being paedophiles. To some people that are religious, they won't even entertain it. You mentioned to somebody about a TV presenter that's done something bad that everyone loved.
Yeah.
Like Prince Andrew. People who love the royal family and the Queen will still be like, well, and they'll try and do like something to sort of legitimize it. And you're thinking, you're just never gonna change. So why bother? Because I think when you're younger, like 15 to sort of early 20s, when you're trying to work out the world and everything, and you're thinking, I want to be right and all this and that, and then when you get to 30, you go like, there's too much else that's exhausting me than to have this shitty argument with somebody that won't change their mind. You see people that are having arguments about it, I go like, have you not got anything else?
Yeah.
Like I'd rather just sit there and drink like the old school dad. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not even having the argument anymore. I have the views and I say I'm tired.
So you stopped going to any sort of gym?
Yeah, because of footy basically, I reckon.
11, 12-ish.
Probably, maybe a bit younger than that.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Footy is a thing that does it.
Yeah.
And if your mates are all going to footy, you can't like that.
It's just fun, isn't it?
My kids are that age now. Like, obviously.
How many services do you have a weekend?
We just have one. We did away with any more. That was like, one
We used to have two, but it was just like exhausting.
Because I remember back in the day, it would be like a Saturday 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Then you had your early morning Sunday one.
Yeah.
It was a 9 o'clock Sunday one, and then at half 10
mass.
proper one.
Yeah.
Don't mind the midnight mass on Christmas after a few. Don't mind that. Quite cute, quite cozy. Love a little bit of. I remember running from the railway in Formby to Our Ladies by the Waitress. Do you know in Formby?
No, I don't know.
There's the one by the, and it was snowing and sleeting. I was like, I need to get to midnight mass, but I had a few in there, and I didn't really need to get there, and it was dead slippy and that, but I went over because I just thought, it's nice and all that, and then you go leave mass, and then you go home and open a present and that.
Yeah.
Nice.
But that I enjoyed that. Yeah. But I enjoy that just because it's snowing. It's like
more
nice.
nostalgia than religion.
Yeah. Now I don't think I'd go to a midnight mass.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't myself. I've been to. I think I went to one Catholic church just to see what the communion tasted like. You know, that little wafer.
So you taste any? Yeah. Oh, why don't you have it?
Yeah,
we don't have them. We have bread.
Right, actual bread.
Yeah,
you used to do that. What type of
bread?
Buttons, me.
Any bread. Whatever you've got in the house.
So you can have like a tiger loaf and all that.
Yeah.
That's a question. Why? I would love the wine and the bread when I was a young, and you get in there and you just get the little thing on your forehead, and I was livid. I was like, I really want the bread.
Yeah,
maybe not. If like the wine, I'll okay, maybe not.
Too young.
Give you a bit of bread.
Yeah,
you know,
we don't actually use wine in our church for some.
Was it sherry or
with alcoholism or something like that? I can't
Have they stopped giving out like? It's not like.
Oh, they use like.
It's not wine,
juice.
is it? And all the floaters in and all that scatty one.
That was the way.
We have little cups. We have little shot glasses, basically, for hygiene. Like, yeah.
Is that because of COVID or just coming?
No, that was already before COVID.
Was it?
Yeah. The big glass with some bits of bread in it and all that.
Yeah,
but there's something, I don't know, I like that.
No,
there's something Indiana Jones about it, sort of like Holy Grail. Like
he spins it around.
Because the silver kills James, doesn't it? Apparently.
Right.
That's why they have the silver.
I thought that was copper. I thought that was brass. And that's why all brass rails on bars and that.
And it's like, so that was why
that was horrible, that.
But I didn't like the floaty thing, no.
Oh, God, thinking about it now, absolute madness that you would even consider drinking from that.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking disgusting.
And the fact that you're in a. Are you both Catholic then? originally.
I think I am. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're baptised, aren't you?
I think. Yeah.
I
But as a
and
kid,
you're not.
You've been confirmed, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been confirmed, but yeah.
But you're both got that
Confirmation's
background,
nothing, though,
aren't
is
you?
it? Confirmation's a bullshit one.
But our gig is not that. You don't force kids when they have to wait till they're adults and then they choose it.
It means a different thing in my head then when you're like, oh, we don't force kids. It's just the Catholics.
They just like us a lot.
Yeah, no, ours is different then. So you're almost born a Catholic, aren't you?
Yeah.
To get what I mean? You're almost born one. Ours is different. Ours is a choice. So
yeah, but what are your schools like?
We don't christen our
schools.
Your schools are shite.
I'll be honest, your one seems just like
Go ahead.
pointless. It just seems a bit like
it would possibly be a pointless answer.
It's just a bit like you can come here and do what you want.
Nah,
yours seems to be very laissez-faire. Just sort of like, well, whatever.
Yeah, you say that though.
A little bit of joie de vivre.
The ones that are the most mental are also them as well.
Westboro Baptist.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Ours is it's all about your own individual choice, ours, rather than it being when you're born, you're christened into something and you become part of.
There's no way that the priest that used to do mine in where I went to school would ever be in a pair of fucking on runners and sort of like, he was like an old man that lived on the playground sort of thing.
Yeah, but we're in the church in the middle of.
He got robbed as well, my priest.
We're in the church.
Tied up and robbed in Formby.
Wow.
It's Formby for you.
You can't do that to a priest.
Was he out in his gear, like
Don't know.
the dog collar? And that,
No, he got tied up
in his house, like
in the house on the playground.
on the playground.
It was on it's the car park by the parish shop. I think it's funnier to say he lived on the playground.
Someone getting their own back.
He's a dirty boy, yeah.
So someone went into his house and robbed him, yeah?
I think so, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, gotta be
You've got to be very confident there's no God to do that, haven't you?
Yeah.
You'd think. Was it when you? No.
I wouldn't do that. That's
No, see, Rob's still got a bit.
Robbed loads.
I swear that's true.
Set on fire.
Everything.
Set on fire?
Yeah, set on fire.
Or just just for a laugh, like just vandalism.
No,
yeah.
Just like arson.
Mizzy night, innit?
Yeah.
We'll just do whatever to the shit. It's always open,
just
innit?
decided he just wanted to set it on fire.
Yours always open?
Sorry.
Always open?
No.
There was a time when they would always be open, wasn't there? there was a time that a church would always be open, wouldn't it?
Yeah, not ours.
The doors always
Some of
open.
them are. We don't. We close the doors. Keep
love going to a church when it's midnight and no one else was there. It'd be harrowing. Have you ever done that?
I've been in our church at midnight when no one's there.
What was it like? Well, you're used to it. It's like being in your little office.
Their church isn't like a church.
No, it's like a little.
There's no big marble.
Yeah, it's like a mobile classroom or something.
No,
not quite a mobile classroom.
Yeah. It's more when the real school's getting built. That's what
it's more like this factory.
Yeah.
It's more like this type of building. But
is any stained glass in your church?
Yeah, it's a little bit. You can only see one of it. Some of it's hid.
Right.
We've sort of.
And what is it? What you have a stained glass?
One of them's it's a dove, I think, representing the Holy Spirit coming ascending down, and then there's a flame representing the Holy Spirit again. Yeah, basically. But we're not big on the kinds of
showiness.
Well, any sort of symbol-y type of things.
Gut watch
and anything like that. What's up?
No, I was just doing gut watch from across the way.
Gut watch.
Yeah.
That's my phone going off in my pocket.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Answer it if you want.
My big God. Get off that podcast now.
Yeah.
No, but you said like he wouldn't wear what I wear and all that. And
yeah.
But our church,
never saw under his clothes.
Oh, we're trying to like.
All right, Doffers protest too much.
We're trying to. We live in a particular area. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. You just say shit all along.
And we're trying to like not fit in, but you're part of that community, aren't you? So if I went round dressed in all robes, I'd just look alright.
So is the Baptist ministers that dress in all robes then?
There is some do wear them, yeah,
right.
Some do. Not a lot, but some do.
Top cheese.
And but I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't even feel comfortable on Britain's Got Talent with that dog collar on.
Yeah, it's just the way you've done like Britain's Got Talent. You're in the meat, like it doesn't scream priest. Or like to me, they're meant to be all like monks almost. They have sex. They don't have any of that. That to me, like.
But that's different kind of.
Well, I'm there now. I don't have sex now.
Got there in the end.
Got there eventually. Took a while. No, I think that's because of your perception of priests and religious-y people. See, I don't even know what I'm going to say now, but when I read the Bible and I read stories of Jesus, I reckon Jesus was sound to hang around with. Jesus went to loads of parties. Jesus was probably a nightmare as a dinner guest if you were like, thought you were something.
Do you reckon he was shagging?
Oh, I don't know about that. Let's not go there straight away. But
have you not seen Thingy? Is it not No, what's the other? What's the Tom Hanks film?
Da Vinci Code.
Da Vinci Code. Is that the one with it's his daughter or something?
Yeah.
There's a bloodline of Jesus.
Oh, yeah, the Da Vinci Code. Yeah, well, that's your dad, isn't it? The Da Vinci Code.
I reckon he was sound to hang around with. They called him a glutton and a drunkard.
Similar.
Yeah,
similar to me.
And
sounded better all the time.
The second coming.
I could say people had taken the mick or being nasty or whatever, but there must have been something true about that for it to have been said.
Got into the Bible. Yeah.
That's especially what they called him.
The people who wrote it.
Like a magician as well, I think.
Yeah, people say that nowadays. Yeah, but I think he would have been all right to hang around with, and I think he hung around with normal people.
But do you reckon he's the son? Do you reckon he's the son of God?
I do. Yeah.
He's not just some sound fella. Everyone really loved him. He's dead charismatic, and they thought, I just fucking love him.
No,
that too. But there's plenty of them.
He's a charismatic guy, and then he just thought, who's his dad?
Yeah.
Well, everyone thought
his dad just fucked him off.
Joseph, didn't he?
It's just mad, though, isn't it?
There was them, wasn't it? Was Joseph
2
what?
billion people. 2 billion people, like 2,000 years later. What's the deal?
It's Joseph.
What do you mean? What's the deal? It's because they didn't have social media.
You're a lovely guy. You've got social media, but I don't think we're going to be talking about you.
What do you mean?
2,000 years.
2,000 years.
You never know.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's an outside chance, but.
That's what I mean. He's so charismatic that his stories were worth passing down. Like, how many generations? I was thinking about this the other day. How many
Yeah, like people. Yeah. People went
like all of the apostles except one
said, "Come on, you're lying now. You're going to chop your head off." And they went, "Nah."
Say he wasn't real, or we'll kill you.
Yeah, but he probably never even got crucified.
No, that's not. That's mad.
What do you mean? How do you know?
Well, it's history, isn't it?
You know, there's more.
Even people who do,
there's more evidence that Jesus existed than Julius Caesar.
There is.
Yeah, and they don't even argue that. Yeah, he's sat in the pew. He's done his time in the pew.
He wasn't that great.
Yeah, we're not saying he was. But he was.
You're saying that he existed.
No one's denying he got stabbed in the back, though, are they?
No.
Yeah.
Gladiator.
All of them got martyred for the faith. All of them got killed for it, right? Except one who was.
Yeah, but people die for the boys in gangs now.
He boiled him in oil.
People never grass, and you get the teardrops, blood in and blood out.
Yeah, but
Jesus probably had a load of shit on them, wasn't they? And they thought, we gotta fucking go down here, boys. We're fucked. They had no laws, no consent laws back in Jesus' time.
Gone to them.
They were shagging goats. That's what happened.
He'd been hit, so it doesn't matter, does it?
Who'd been hit?
Jesus had been done, hadn't he? So if he hadn't come back to life, there was nothing to fear.
But he in the grass.
He's gone.
He's not in the grass.
Judas was.
He was. Yeah, he was. He was a cunt.
What happened to him?
I don't know what happened to him.
What actually happened to him in the end?
He
hung himself.
He hung himself. Yeah.
What, guilt?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
And then
killed the Son of God.
Who was the one? Who did?
Judas.
He did what?
He hung himself. He grassed him up, didn't he? For 30 pieces of silver.
What happened to the 30 pieces of silver? Did he go
give them back? Threw it back to them.
They bought a field and buried him in it with the money.
In the end, they bought a field, buried him. That's what
you're missing out here. Look at your face. You're coming to life here.
A little bit of Passion of the Christ.
There you go. Loved it. It's 19 now.
Yeah.
I've seen a photo of him smoking. That's Jesus. That's about it.
What was the other one?
The other one about Jesus.
Christ, and then there was another one.
What the life sequel was there?
There is. You're going to do it.
I don't know. There was one. This is just a bit of a tangent. We'll get back to why Jesus isn't real. But then there was a show on ITV that I loved called The Messiah. Did you ever see that?
No, what was it?
It was basically some guy going around just killing these people that were named after the disciples. That was it. So they'd be like, they were looking at the connection. I was obviously about 8 at the time, so I thought this is mind blowing. Same with the Da Vinci Code. I thought, this is mind blowing, this book. And then now the older you get, you go, this is the shittest book ever. And you'd be like, oh, this is the shittest thing. And then it
You
turns
can
out the
say
detective was like Jesus.
But that book, right, the Bible, I think you're talking
I
about.
thought I meant Da
That
Vinci
book has
Code.
had more influence on billions of people than
It's the
any other
best-selling book
Yeah.
every year. They
It's
don't
the
even put it on the
best-selling book.
list. They mug us off.
Still
It's the
selling.
best-selling book every
by
year.
a mile.
On a
Way
Kindle.
more than Harry Potter.
On a
Every
Kindle,
year.
well.
I'm fuming.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
probably
They don't even
downloaded
bother
more.
putting it in the list anymore
They
because
don't-
we
they stop putting it
dominate
in.
Yeah,
every
and the
year.
world's burning because it's full of thick cunts.
The world is
You ever
burning.
been in your boozer and gone like, well, these guys are easily influenced. You can't even have a line on a Tuesday. What's that? No, I'm off it now. I can't see the kids going have that fucking go on there.
What thoughts do you put into like the idea of the burning bush and that? Where do you come down on how real that is? Because there's ideas of like that was like hemp bushes and stuff like that, and they might have been influenced by narcotics, and whether they were or not doesn't matter to the whole
high
the meaning behind it. But like,
Yeah, I mean, it's all the 10 plagues. There's lots of people try to explain all them away in different natural phenomena. But a natural phenomenon, it doesn't really matter if you get it.
Yeah.
Because it's still extraordinary.
See, I don't think as Christians, I'm not like going like there's science there, and I'm just going no, don't look. That's not what I'm doing.
Surely you're doing that a bit.
Dinosaurs!
There's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Don't look. That's not what I'm doing.
that's the bit where it loses people, isn't it? Where people are like,
But that's what if you
deny
think
anything.
that's it. If you think you have to park your brain at the door to be a Christian, no, I'm
Yeah.
not signing up for that.
Yeah.
I've thought it through.
Yeah.
But then, so hang on. So wait,
Go on,
there.
here we go.
So what about the dinosaurs?
You've got me on their side now. I feel you're so
I'm
ignorant.
lovely. We're sat over here with Rob. Come on, Rob. You answer this one, mate.
What about the dinosaurs?
What about them? Like, what?
Well, they
the
were before
problem?
Jesus,
What's the
weren't they?
Yeah, but they
He's a
never
rider
denied
of-
there's anyone before Jesus. Mary was before Jesus, so was Joseph. They never denied there was an existence before Jesus.
Right. Okay.
All they're saying is God made the earth.
Yeah.
And yeah,
So if someone goes, there was dinosaurs, then you
that happened.
you
That's
just
fine.
bat it away with like,
They just got a good
God made
lawyer
them
to come up
first.
with it.
we're not batting it away. That happened, didn't
No,
it?
but I'm saying that it's an easy
What's the
bat away.
problem?
Like.
Yeah.
I don't know why he would have left it so long to put Jesus down.
Well, because
Jesus
there wasn't
is really
a
late in
need
the
for it.
story,
Yeah,
to be honest.
dinosaurs were living off the earth. Maybe the whole point of Jesus was because once you started inventing things and he went, hold on, you're going too far now. Live off
I've
the
had
earth.
enough of
yeah.
this. Yeah.
That's why there needs to be a second coming now going, I've given you the earth, fuck off. what you need skyscrapers for?
That'd be great. I've not read that bit. I'll give it to you.
No, because that's what they reckon, like loads of Aztecs and all that are like, they reckon that there's a deniance of the level of capabilities there was back then because it was all done naturally.
Yeah.
And because the argument is that now, because so much of the stuff is like there was no need for cranes back then. There's no need for, because they understand the geometry. So it's the idea of like, we've gone so far past that like, yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this.
Oh, Jesus is quite late in the story.
Yeah.
Jesus isn't the beginning of the story.
No.
Yeah, there's stuff before.
And that's what it is.
before
A
that.
story.
Yeah, well,
That's okay, yeah.
It's not real.
no, but there's stuff. But stuff historically is real. That is real, though. You can't argue with that. Like, no, even an atheist.
also-
Garden of Eden.
No.
No, Jesus.
It's in
Dying
Cornwall.
on a He's part
Where
of the
is-
Eden
It's
Project.
a Greg's now.
Where is Judas's field then?
I don't know.
I bet there's someone
must-
doing a tourist
someone
thing
must know
there,
it.
making a buck
This
out
is
of
it,
that,
mate.
won't they? Someone will be
Someone
doing
must
it.
know where it
Well,
is, because
yeah,
they know where everything
yeah.
else is, don't they? So
Yeah, you can go and do the
a lot
tour.
of
Like,
I think that a lot of the stuff that they've got isn't the actual stuff.
it's just
It's been
this. It would have been somewhere
adopted
around
over
here,
there,
you know,
Right.
over the- over
and someone's
the
seen an
years.
opportunity
You get what I
to
mean?
yeah.
To sell it.
make some money. Maybe I don't know.
So you don't reckon they actually know where the actual Holy Land is then?
Well, no, they
the
know.
Holy
They
Land, they'll
know.
know.
And they know.
Right.
Yeah,
The main temple now is an actual mosque, isn't it?
yeah. All the bits are there.
It's an actual mosque. That's
Right.
why they all
Simon's
cry at
face.
the wall. No, this is actual real stuff. You can go and touch this.
I've been to the Vatican. I love the Vatican.
What is the point in the Vatican? Like, obviously, you use a Baptist, so that's not really your argument, but what is the point in the Vatican? Is there any reference, any
I guess
reason why it's where
I'll
it is?
try and defend it. Well, it became the official Roman religion, didn't it? That's why it was Roman Catholic, right?
Right.
So I'll try and kind of
that one?
even though I wouldn't. Sorry.
What's that?
My Roman Catholic.
Yeah.
Sounds.
So Roman Catholic,
Which is mad. That's
became
mad.
the official religion
Yeah.
of Rome, and
They were the ones that
Yes,
killed
love
Jesus,
Rome.
and then in the end they go,
Love
nah,
the ones who
you're
killed him.
we'll follow you now. They killed him.
and that was
and
in. The emperor was going into battle, and he had a
See, that's
team.
how thick they were. They've killed him, and then they want to follow him.
they regretted it later,
Yeah,
and they
hold on.
realised.
Oh, that's
They
Jeremy
realised.
Corbyn, isn't it?
Yeah.
They were
Don't
literally.
get started on that.
The paper's killed his chances, and now everything he said, they're all arguing
Yeah.
for.
He literally
JC.
he was going into battle. This emperor, Roman emperor, and he seen the sign of the cross. I
Yeah,
think it was, wasn't
Constantine.
it? Yeah,
Yeah.
Constantine. Yeah. And he said, right now, everyone's a Roman Catholic in the whole Roman Empire, and you had to be, other's they chopped your head off. So I'm not
Yeah, they were
defending
dead
everyone signed
barbaric,
up.
weren't they? They were fighting with they did loads
life
of
was
shit.
barbaric.
Exactly.
It's becoming barbaric now as
Yeah,
well.
I know, but I don't think it's that big of a leap to think how this story just spiraled. I don't think it's that big of a
I
thing.
mean, no, but I mean, it's mad though.
To just go, well, we forgot what
How come
happened,
it's
so we'll just
lasted
say it
so
happened.
long with so many people
Yeah.
And
dedicated
Western,
to it.
everything about our culture, everything is Christian, even if you don't. It's
Even now,
everything about
People
it.
are wild, Alan. People are wild,
I know
wild
they're
people.
wild.
Yeah,
I know.
you've seen them.
I live in Netherlands.
Exactly. So you must see how you can perpetuate a load of nonsense.
Do you not think its longevity gives it any form of like?
Come on, Rob.
Nah.
Credence its longevity,
No.
and it's
You're like a Pele
effect on
denier.
the world.
He's a what denier?
A Pele denier.
What do you deny about Pele
Thousands
next?
of his goals are in the army. It doesn't count. 'Cause,
Versus
like,
Jesus next
people
Pele. Who
try
else
and
is-
deny
who else
Pele.
is
The
on your
sun's been
list?
around for ages. Look,
Sorry.
the sun's
No,
been
but
around for ages.
So we've filtered loads out, haven't we? Loads of gods and stuff have gone,
Yeah, what
jib
about
him
all the
off,
other
but
gods?
this one's stuck with.
Yeah.
What about all the other gods?
What
All the other
gods?
religions?
Muslim, same God.
What about
Is it?
Jews, same God.
There's a lot of overlap. Not saying it all works out the
Yeah,
same.
but it's the same God.
but there
Might
is
have
a lot.
different- might have different
You trace
disciple.
it back to its roots.
A lot of
There's-
it traces back to Abraham.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, now we're getting into
I
a bit
can
of
see
a
the brain.
touchy subject for me now. I'm all right with slagging off Roman Catholics, mate. Don't you dare take me into Muslims or anything like that. I'll be Roman Catholic just so it doesn't have to go out.
Yeah.
There's some footage somewhere of me saying something
It's all
awful.
right. That's Alan and Tom walking out going, God works in mysterious ways.
We'll take that. That's a win for us.
That's how they got him up. No, but they said if this comes out, you're fucked. All right, then I'll continue
I'll
the
sign
bullshit.
up.
Yeah.
Where's your
For an
church?
easy life.
Here's the offering.
Yeah, what have we got to do? There you go, have that, do that. Come here on Sunday, be sound.
I'll watch the afternoon footy.
Institutionalised.
But it's all the same God, isn't it?
That's debate.
Is that an argument? Is it?
That is an
I thought that was an
Because
acceptance.
even if you said that to a Muslim, they'd be the same.
They'd
They
be-
wouldn't be.
No, they wouldn't have
They'd
that.
be more offended.
They'd say we got confused somewhere along the
Yeah.
lines, wouldn't they? But they'd say Jesus. They'd recognise
thought-
Jesus
I
as like
thought
a
the
big
old-
deal. He's
right.
a big deal to even
I
to
thought
them.
they all accepted it was the same God, and then what come of God or his ways? His ways
Jesus
of
is
showing
headlining,
himself.
isn't he?
He is. He's a
headlining.
headliner.
Oh, I don't know
Yeah.
about that.
That's it.
He's only doing a middle with
Well,
the
who's-
Muslims.
He's definitely on a triple headline bill, like, but then he's headlining.
He's closing.
Triple
What's-
H, like that.
Abraham's MC then, by the sounds of it.
What's the Muslims?
He'll be up and down throughout the history.
Muhammad, innit?
Muhammad, yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus
Go on.
Muhammad.
Right, okay.
It's just
Is this now our
Ganesh.
comedy line? Or is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Is this what it is?
Ganesh.
I'd have Jesus MC
Opening.
myself.
Would
like,
you?
Yeah, yeah. Muhammad's got to be in the middle. He's got some tricky opinions, so
yeah.
I don't even know.
Give him 10.
Muhammad, who's
he's the Muslim one.
Allah?
He's Allah just means
Yeah.
God.
Oh, right,
Allah's
okay.
God and
Allah's just Arabic. for
Muhammad
God.
is
Ah.
his prophet.
Okay.
But Jesus is his
Profiting
prophet
from
as well,
something.
Muslim stuff as well.
He definitely gets a
Quite,
look in.
The Abraham thing's quite interesting because there's a story there of how Islam was kind of bare.
Have you read the Quran?
No. In fact,
Have you?
That's like me not knowing who Richard Pryor is.
Do your homework.
I haven't read the Quran, no. And if you've read it in English,
People
you
can
haven't read
recite
the Quran. They won't translate it into another language.
I respect that.
Who won't?
I
Do you?
respect that.
Islam won't let it be translated into another language.
Good.
Or ever?
I'm leaning more towards them now, guys. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, I'm closer to them now.
It's not the real thing, you see, if it's translated, because it's not Allah's words or the Prophet Muhammad's words anymore. That's
So what do you want? Do you want to be able to do you want to understand it, or do you
England was like this till
we
about
did
the
this
16th
we did this
century.
in the 16th century.
Yeah.
It was Latin, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So only the priests could read the Bible.
But a lot of them couldn't read Latin
none
either,
of
so they
us.
were just making it up.
None
as
of
they
them
went
could
along.
read. That's why.
Yeah.
None of us were allowed to read because
Isn't the original Latin that the Bible wrote in not the same Latin that we'd learn in school anyway?
I don't know, to be honest. Possibly.
The Bible wasn't originally Latin.
It was in Hebrew.
Even that was a translation to Latin.
Right, exactly.
It was Hebrew and all the languages, Greek and whatever.
Yeah.
So. But it was never in English. So the priests
Put it in bloody English, would you?
priests used to sort of
Come
tell
on,
you
fucking put
what
it in English.
They'd tell you what it meant.
Yeah.
So only they knew. So they
Right.
were the mad expert, you know what I mean? And you all had to just go, okay, that's what it means, kind of thing. It was only when it got translated into English and people started reading it for themselves and going,
Yeah.
it doesn't even say that.
How much of it is left in Hebrew? As in, like, is there somewhere where there's the oldest Bible? Is there an oldest Bible?
Well, there
or?
will be
Yeah.
scrolls and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
And they've got loads, and you know they check it back to what we've got now, and it's good.
Yeah.
They,
or kosher.
it's the same. It's
I'm not doing a DBS on the Bible. Do you know what I mean? I'm just saying. If it's
okay. Yeah.
So is there an old? So what is the?
They've got copies
if we were to
like
go back,
100
The
years.
Bible will be the Jewish Bible, won't it?
yeah, if we go back and back and back.
Yeah.
Where does the Bible eventually begin? Is it just scrolls? Who's put it together?
Waterstones.
I mean, scrolls originally,
Yeah.
all different ones.
And who's put it together?
And then it was the Jews will have had theirs, which
Penguin.
is the Old Testament.
Sorry.
What did you say?
I'm just saying
He's
funny
just saying
things. I'm muttering nonsense. Said Waterstones put it together. Published by Penguin.
bestseller.
Yeah.
So the Old Testament will be put together. Oof, I don't even know.
Well, that's a naughty one, isn't it?
Gone,
What do you mean?
Age.
That's the one where God is righteous. Like,
God is
Yeah, so what
angry
happened?
God.
yeah.
Explain that, angry God. He was a heavy kid, wasn't he?
Yeah, well,
was
once you
heavy,
lose your
like-
kid, you soften, don't you?
Right. Oh,
My
is that
grandma
the argument?
was a strict Roman Catholic, and then
Right.
what happened?
Okay.
She softened.
So how'd you justify that, angry God, then?
How do you
Because he was
justify
horrible,
angry
him.
God? 'Cause he
Nasty
He's
bastard.
also nice God as well. It's hard to.
Yeah, but he was nasty.
What was the best thing you did in the Old Testament?
What was the best thing God did in the
Yeah.
Old Testament? This feels like I'm being MC.
He sort of created everything
Yeah.
and give us
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a good,
Yeah,
it's a good
but
thing.
he had a
I've not-
few
I've-
views.
He also
Yeah.
he also.
How would you
created-
feel if we found there's another life somewhere?
What do you mean?
I mean, like
Aliens.
Oh, like aliens and that.
But no, but I mean literally though. It mightn't have to be aliens, but yeah, another civilization living together
I wouldn't-
communally
I don't
That's
think
okay.
I'd be bothered.
It's all right, isn't it?
in a different universe. Like, at what point does God stop?
No, he doesn't.
I don't think.
So anything, if we found out anything we made, you'd be like, right, it was made by God.
Just plus one,
Yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just
Yeah.
he gets everything.
Plus
doesn't
one.
he?
Yeah,
It
God
gets-
plus one.
Yeah.
God created everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But what would
How
you?
can you argue that? How the fuck can you argue that?
We're getting you.
That's it. For wearing you down.
You know, it just made me go, you know what? I'm tapping out of the podcast.
Fuck it, you're right.
Just leave
All
me
right,
alone.
whatever, yeah, whatever.
It's like you're angry bird. I apologise. Whatever I've done, just fucking leave me alone.
My fault again. Yeah, sure, yeah.
Basically, yeah.
So that's the argument, just plus one. Yeah, he did it.
But
Sound.
would that for you? Would that
Well,
lean
what-
you the
what-
other way if there was
what-
another?
No, because I was just thinking if God give us life,
Yeah.
like you make out like it's a gift sort of thing. So if you
yeah.
found out to give it to someone else, would that bother you at all?
No.
No, it's
No, it's just that God give
Share it
everything.
round.
Like,
that life.
yeah,
Why not?
Or them life.
yeah. Just what I mean, because like, I think
What about if
some people enjoy being religious because they like thinking they're special.
Yeah. Okay.
Because like, imagine Jehovah's sort of thing, like. There's a sort of specialness to it, like I'm having a go at them. I don't really understand it, but some
Never
people are.
stopped you in the past.
You surprised me.
Some people are religious. Some people are religious because they like the feeling of feeling special.
Well, like a
And it-
superiority thing.
Yeah,
Like,
and it would ruin
I
it for
think that
them
can
to
come
think that
across
there's
at
another
times.
Earth somewhere that God's give them. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, we're not special anymore. Whereas
Find out
Like,
your
so
dad's
you-
got another family.
Yeah.
and you-
a bit like that, yeah.
Come and meet your brother.
Like that.
Fuming.
A little bit like
Yeah,
that.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think some people can come across as we're better than you kind of.
I hate that.
But does
though.
he
I
take
hate that.
the
I
human
hate
form?
that. What's that?
God.
Yeah, Jesus. That was the point.
Yeah, but who's God?
God is spirit.
Oh, so what?
Depends who you
So
talk to.
he's not even real.
No, he is. He's there.
So what form does
He's
he
not
take?
like this.
Gravity's real, doesn't it? Doesn't mean.
Yeah, but
he took the form of Jesus as a human being.
oh, way.
So I think there was like some confusion
God
about what
was
he's
Jesus.
like, and so he said, "Right, okay, I'll come like you, and this is what I'm like." You can see it now.
So does he come as anything else?
Not that we know.
No.
of.
Well, if you
Dinosaurs back in the day?
if you're Egyptian, he comes as a cat.
Yeah,
Did he?
I don't know.
If you're Indian, he comes as a cow.
Did he?
No, that's not.
That's not our
Is
gig.
it cows? Cows are a religious one, isn't it?
Hindu, sacred,
Oh,
yeah.
Hindu,
Yeah.
yeah. Hindu.
So do they think God looks like a cow?
Possibly. I don't know what they think, to be honest. They think God's everything, don't they?
This is the problem. You need all them five major ones.
No,
Get the
Hindus,
top
you could
five
do a whole
representation of
series.
each.
Hindus basically have thousands of gods, and everyone's
They just
a
add
god.
another one to the list.
So if we said to them, Jesus is God, they go, okay, great.
Sounds.
Just add it on. So that's what they do. That's what
That
they
sounds
do.
like something you should have. All right, yes, sound
Yeah,
go on.
sounds.
I'll add them to the
Yeah,
pile.
yeah, yeah.
Stop the argument
You
then,
could
doesn't
do
it?
that
Oh, yeah,
one.
Jesus.
Yeah, I do think genuinely he's probably got that far because people have gone, I'm not arsed anymore. And the person who's
Although
had the
these-
energy
they
to
are-
push the
they are
story.
really bothered, like.
You go, oh, whatever. I'm not
yeah, they're pretty
proper bothered,
set
like.
on it.
Yeah. But they just add another god in, and if the more gods they kind of believe in, the better it'll be for them, kind of thing. If that makes sense. Doesn't make sense to me.
Well, none of it.
I can see
Alan's
that. Like,
converting you to another religion now. He's
I
a
can see that
terrible
one
Baptist
myself, like,
minister.
give up on Christianity. Just
I'll try this one
Going
instead.
spoons after this.
believe in everything, and you can't fail, then can you?
Well, that's what I mean. But then I whatever.
Is your kid baptized?
Something like that. Yeah.
Why did
Your
you do that
baby.
then?
Yeah.
Was
that just like a tick of box?
Easy life.
We went
Easy
after the
life.
wife,
Yeah.
basically. and
Gee,
the-
want
and the
to
family.
whatever. I'm not arguing.
Yeah,
I
the
didn't
family.
want it to get. I didn't want to get baptized or christened or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But then I was like, well, if you're that strong with it, I'm not arsed. I've got
Yeah.
again Eon. Do you know what I mean? I've got Eon to deal
Did you
with.
go though? Did you
I
go
got
on?
Eon. I got to fill out a form to get a council tax reduction. I can't be having an argument about whether you get your head dunked in a bowl of water.
Did you go though on the? Were you?
Did you go?
Did you have to be part of it? Are you stood there like going, what?
It's just,
why
I
am I
just
bothering
stood there
with this?
overweight and hot and just like.
Yeah.
Just that, and then went to the bar afterwards.
Yeah.
Few berries.
Good reason for a
Your
party.
Lovely day.
You see, you enjoyed it.
Yeah, but I mean, I would have just done that anyway.
I did one in a pub once.
A baptism in a pub?
Yeah. A kids one, yeah.
Yeah.
In
A
pub,
kids
yeah.
one?
Yeah.
I thought you weren't allowed to do kids ones, or was that like a celebrant thing?
I
This is what I mean about you appearing a bit more rogue than.
Yeah, he's definitely right.
He's a guerrilla movement, isn't he? A priesthood.
Thanksgiving naming kind of ceremony.
Right.
So it's different.
Rather than
We're not forcing
it's
the
not a
faith on
baptism,
you.
it's
We're just
sort of
saying
a
thanks for this kid.
We
Yeah.
thank God for the life and that. And
Right.
So it's,
Let them
it
choose
looks
later.
very similar, but
Right.
without the water, normally.
Yeah.
Bit of
I did
Foster's.
one in a pub because someone wanted to. I didn't know
Fruit
what he
juice
said.
over there.
I didn't know what he said.
A bit of Foster's driving the wall.
Nobby's nuts.
Oh, no, I was literally in the bar of a pub.
Yeah.
Because this family wanted to do something, and all their family were Catholic, and so it was like a big deal. And they didn't want to do it in church because they felt hypocrites because they
Yeah.
don't go to church. But they wanted to do something to placate the family, and I was saying to them, "This won't placate your family. They'll probably think it's worse." Right?
Yeah, I think it's disrespectful.
So
yeah.
they said, "Can we do it in the pub?" And I said, "Yeah, why not? Let's do it in the pub." So I went to the pub, and it was
What did the family think?
Game of killer.
the family. I don't really know. Some of them come and spoke to me afterwards and liked it, like because it was down to earth and it was quite down. I kept it kind of down to. You have to in the pub, don't you? You know what I mean? But
Was
I
it shut off as a function before, or was it open to people just come in? What?
No, the other side.
It's
The
a
pub was
comedy gig
open.
where the locals are just there. You think, just why are you ruining me pint?
The other side was open, but it was more like a carvery type pub, so it was kind of nicer pub. You know, it was on the Whittle and that, and like.
Oh, okay.
And but this side was a little bit of a bar, and it seemed to be that they were the only ones in there.
That's fucking insane. If I saw a bit of someone getting christened in a beef eater, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing?
I don't do them all in a pub. So.
Let's be honest, you just go, fucking hell.
I just put it on Instagram.
I wanted to do something for them because they wanted something doing. Do you get what I mean?
You're trying to make it more accessible for people who feel uncomfortable in a church.
Yeah.
I feel like this is totally.
But surely you should not feel uncomfortable. You should be accepted no matter what.
No, we would.
Felt
we
uncomfortable
would.
when you went.
Yeah.
No, I never.
You just said I stood there fat and hot.
Oh, yeah, but that wasn't. Yeah, because I was fat and hot. It wasn't because I was uncomfortable because of being in. It wasn't like being in the religious setting. That's fine.
Okay.
I was just hot and fat.
Okay.
It's just stressful because it was a warm day.
You had to wear
I would feel uncomfortable going in church. Man, I'll walk into any church. I'll go into any mosque, and I'm sound in religious studios.
No, the minute a mosque asks you to take your shoes off, you'd be like, too much admin. I'm getting off.
I'd be a bit like, aye, what next? Shoes off, this on, what is that? I'll end up doing something like that. That's the way my life's gonna go. I'll die doing some religious extremism, and I'll be like, I don't know how this happened.
I was only on a podcast there. Sparked my imagination.
Be ram raiding a Woolies. Shout out Woolworths.
Oh, dear me.
I've enjoyed this.
How laid back are you? Would you get your kid christened to go to a better school?
You're going to say, would you get your cock out then? I don't know why.
We don't have to because we're ministers. We can just sign the form and everyone just thinks we're boss.
Yeah.
No, but what I mean is though, like
to sign forms.
Yeah.
No, but the school's mainly Roman Catholic, is what I'm saying. The Christian day that the Roman Catholic schools are the big ones. Would you be willing to go through that ceremony just to get to
schools are pretty good as well. All faith schools are good.
Right.
Ironically, faith schools are the best schools.
That's what I'm saying. So would you like bypass your whole wait till of age, or would you go right straight in St. Joseph's, dink the head in the water, get to school?
We can get them in anyway if you get them in.
Can you?
Because
we're still part of the same club.
We're class.
Like they don't think we're as good, but they still say, all right, yeah.
Well, our laws are influenced by religion, aren't they?
Yeah, it's all designed around Christian faith.
Don't get me wrong, there's Baptist churches that don't think we're any good. Never mind.
Yeah.
No, but Christians, we get a bad rep because we've obviously done some stuff over the years, but also
push that one under the carpet.
We can own that. We can own that.
Yeah, you're taking minors into drinking places, man. I couldn't go to the Bay Horse when I was fucking 5.
Just call it a christening.
Sit by the food in the porch.
Call it a christening, you're all right.
No, we acknowledge that, but sometimes acknowledge some of the good stuff we've done as well. Hospitals,
yeah. NHS.
We nailed
taking credit for the NHS.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We wouldn't have hospitals and all that without Christians.
Why?
We started it, didn't we?
They were the only ones who used to look after this.
Before Christianity, they just threw you in the street.
It's crumbling now, so where are you now?
We're trying.
Come on, you're leaving it to rot.
Probably have to pick it back up again.
We clapped. Come on.
I even banged a pan.
Yeah.
No,
I didn't do any of that shit.
Before
sat and watched Emmerdale.
Before that, Christians were the only ones who would actually look after people who couldn't afford any medical care.
Yeah,
take
but then
them in and look after them, and that's how
you're making a strong point there.
Started.
You're making a strong point there because there wasn't a lot of immigration in that time, so the Muslims never had a chance to do that. So you can't claim it all.
Possibly.
No, but in terms of Western...
I'm sure
possibly quite a lot.
Possibly.
Anything to do with Muslims, like possibly.
I'm going to say something else though. I've been to some Muslim countries and they're looking after their like disabled children and people like that isn't the best.
That's a big statement. That's a big one. Our context.
I just push over this.
The Muslims don't look after disabled people.
Wasn't the best, honestly.
Jesus,
the care wasn't
your
the
church
best.
ain't going to be there in a week's time.
There's probably a big argument for how what happened before, like what we got involved in.
Probably is, yeah.
Glenn Hoddle.
Yeah. I was more thinking the way we pillaged.
Yeah,
stole everyone's resources back in the day.
Were they Christians who pillaged?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a balance, isn't it? It's a real balance, isn't it? With the good and the bad.
What is a Christian? No, you can't speak for all Christians, but what was your view on the likes of the royal family?
Slavery, Christians.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take that one.
Absolutely.
Tick.
You are?
Yeah, take that one, yeah. Did you have slaves? Yes, but we won't talk about that.
Wilberforce.
We got there in the end.
Yeah.
Right.
Wilberforce. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that Flintstone.
The Clapham, whatever they were called.
What is the argument for that royal family? And what would you say?
You're
for
not
that?
getting us on that one.
Because their argument is the grace of God, and that's why
Defender of the faith
Defender
and all
of the
that.
faith is them, isn't it?
Well, they're meant to be put here by they're closer to God than everyone else.
England, aren't they, and all that.
Yeah, they're Church of England now because they wanted the shag.
Well,
yeah. It was. Yeah, well, they didn't exist.
Henry VIII, wasn't it?
But
that's a baller move.
Typically,
when he wasn't allowed to get divorced, so Church of England just come from Henry VIII.
He murdered everyone, didn't he?
No,
it was just his wives.
Was the Archbishop of Canterbury? Who was it that said you're not getting divorced?
The Pope was
Was the Pope?
It was all one church, Catholic church at that point.
I do think it's quite a I said this to you about the royal thing, though. Apart from the obviously very anti-royal on Pod Another One, but it is quite a spectacle. The same with the Vatican when he comes out on that Sunday. I like that.
The ceremony.
All the guards, the Spanish guards, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
They look great. I love it all. And you go, it's lovely this. I'd love to have a glass of wine in here. Do you know what I mean? And then when I went around the tombs and all that and it said no photos, I was taking photos. You know what I mean? I was just getting a few photos of the tombs of all the dead popes and all that.
Yeah, and I've got a photo of the Sistine Chapel there.
Yeah, it was lovely. And I thought, this is a really... It's really impressive.
The kind of history and the ceremony of it all.
The architecture. There you go.
Yeah.
What an alright thing maybe that they did, the architecture. I love Rome. I really
not so
like
fussed
Rome.
about the hospitals, but the painting's good.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I just love everything.
Traditionally non-conformists.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
So they don't conform to like.
You'd want to be a Baptist because we wouldn't have the royal family either.
You wouldn't want the royal family.
We're like, you can't tell us what to do.
Don't have saints. Don't have royal family.
Yeah.
Don't have governments.
Pope can get to fuck.
Governments are even like a little bit dodgy whether you follow them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
I just like the way
Do you come from John the Baptist? Is that yours all stems from John the Baptist?
No,
or
not
what?
really.
No.
Well, I guess because he was dunking people, and that's what we do as well.
Possibly, but
so you wouldn't trace back to John the Baptist.
It's called
then,
Baptist because originally they were called Anabaptist, which is another baptism. So the likes of everyone had been baptized as kids.
That was the
because they had to be.
Everyone's got it done.
Yeah,
like, all Catholic. Everyone got it.
So your religion is just like another podcast. It's just another one. It's just another fucking one on the back of it. But another one piling on, trying to get big.
Literally, what happened was these decided that they would baptize themselves again because they really believed it.
Yeah,
a born again Christian.
Yeah,
sort of that means.
Like when you renew your vows because you've cheated.
Oh, right, okay.
So these said we're
similar
choosing as an adult.
Go to hot water before it.
To literally be baptized again. But this time I'm choosing to do it. It's not.
You can't force me to do it. I'm going to do it for myself.
Who was John the Baptist?
John the Baptist.
He baptized Jesus.
This will blow your heads off. It was Jesus' cousin.
Oh, what side of the family?
Yeah.
Mary's side.
Was Mary's
side?
Mary's side.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and he was at.
He was mad. Him.
Was he mad?
He was out in the deserts eating locusts and honey and that. Oh yeah.
Was he religious before Jesus?
Yeah, but like edgy.
So did anyone believe in God before Jesus? Like,
they all believed in
are they
God,
expected to
but
believe?
It was Judaism, wasn't it? That's what it was.
You have to say it was only Judaism. So Jesus started the whole of the world, Christianity.
Yeah.
Snake that.
Yeah.
I should be Jewish.
Why?
Well, everyone should be Jewish then, you're saying that.
Well, no, there was obviously...
Yeah, we should all be Jewish.
But they
I feel dirty now that I'm a Roman Catholic.
In the world.
What?
There would have been other religions around in the world.
Yeah.
But they hadn't found them yet.
Judaism came from Abraham, as did Islam.
Yeah.
So that's where it split with Ishmael. And
who's Abraham, man?
Father Abraham.
Godfather, isn't he?
Abraham. He was the man.
He's a don.
He was the dude.
Is he the one who had the 7 sons?
Every kid.
He had many sons.
He had 12. He wasn't Joey's dad, was he? The one with the coat.
Same mum.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was Joseph's dad.
No, different mums.
Different mums.
See, back in the day, that was...
Yeah, Abraham, how many mums?
4.
Can Baptists have different wives?
I thought it was...
Because he had his wives and then he had his...
A couple of sides.
A couple of brasses on the side.
Can Baptists have more than one wife?
Bad man like Abraham.
No.
Why would you?
Would that be a selling point for you, Rob, or not?
No. I'm done. It took that long. There you go.
Depends. No, I'm just thinking of Westborough Baptist Church. I think
They're a bit mad.
They are proper mad, though.
Yeah.
We wouldn't see ourselves as swimming in the same pond.
Man, they're horrible.
Yeah, horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Absolutely.
Absolutely horrendous.
Yeah.
Like they're giving us a bad rep.
Yeah, they do.
Would you, in your church, have a rainbow flag up?
I mean, that should
Well,
be.
We owned the rainbow, innit?
We owned the rainbow.
We owned the rainbow.
We had that before anyone else.
Yeah.
That was ours.
We had it before.
Andrew Lloyd Webber had it first.
We're taking it back.
We used to have it on guitar straps and everything.
Yeah.
Rainbow and the dove.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So.
Well, our work.
So would you have it? Would you have a rainbow flag?
He's avoided that, haven't he?
Would you?
We haven't got any flags up. We've hardly got any. No, I don't
Hey, put one
know
up.
whether we would or we wouldn't. We possibly would.
I'll get one sorted. See, we'll get a sent in straight there. Don't worry about it. I'll hang it up for you as well.
Does that come down to the individual church, or because you haven't got an organisation, have you, Baptists?
Yeah.
No, we do have organisation, but they again because it's this non-conformist thing. It's kind of they let you work it out.
Yeah. They let
So you rather than us forcing anything on you and telling you can work it out
would
locally.
you have a rainbow flag? I feel like Alan Partridge and he's going like, have bus fares gone up? Have bus fares? She's trying to go around. He's like, have bus fares gone up? And she's like, yes. He's like, yes, but no, but yes, but no, but 1-0.
Let's just say we haven't got a rainbow flag. Let's just say that.
But
And
it's
you
massive,
never
innit?
will.
It's a massive thing at the moment, isn't it?
It's never. No, I'm thinking. Well, that's why.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why open yourself up to get a brick through the window?
But it's not even that, is it? It's.
I'll put one up.
We're not your typical Baptist church anyway.
Right.
Forget rainbow flags where the Baptist churches have them. Probably a lot wouldn't. I don't know. But we're not. We're not.
Do you think about Jordan Henderson's move to Saudi?
I think he's earning 36 million quid a year.
Can't.
Sounds. And if anyone wants to give him stick for that, I'd just go. If I was him, I'd just go. Well, supported you as well. I could. Now I can't. What do you want me to do?
If Alan got offered a whole load of money, he'd go.
Yeah, would you deny
start
God's
a
existence for 36 million a year?
For 36 million a year?
Yeah.
What does he like God's existence?
What's the equivalent of what did you just get?
You see, the problem I've got with that answer is
30 silver
I can always
coins.
repent after a year.
I know. That's a loophole for you.
There's always a way back.
You can always deny it, but not in the head.
That's why they nonce though, because they think whatever I do, I can just say sorry for.
I don't think that's why.
I don't think that's where you go instantly with that one.
What?
If you think
There you
that's
go. I'll just
whatever.
apologise for this at the end of it all.
No, I can't.
Just apologize.
Well, that's part of the thing. That's
That's
good.
one plus about the guy that you say sorry and you're fine again.
That is one.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Just go, oh, sorry, God. And then you're right, I'm back in now.
There's something
I don't
about.
think it's technically like
about
that.
the authenticity of that, then, isn't it?
Yeah, God knows, doesn't he? He knows, like, you got your
If
fingers
you're
behind
just,
your
like,
back or
saying,
whatever.
Oh yeah, I've just done this, and then I'll say sorry,
Yeah.
but I'm not really sorry. I'm only messing, kind of thing. Because I know I can. Like when I was in university, and I'd say, "Can I have an extension for this essay?" And they go, "No," and I go, "But I'm dyslexic, so you've got to give me one." And they go, "Oh, okay." Do you get what I mean? And I just done it. I didn't even want an extension. I just did it because I could.
Right,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? I reckon there's an authenticity in God in with repentance and with meaning it. If you understand what I mean? Because it's all the big questions, isn't it? Is Hitler in heaven? Do you understand this? If Hitler said
Argentina,
sorry
isn't he?
on his deathbed,
Don't
is
think
he
he's
in heaven?
anywhere.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Dead,
Well,
isn't
you
he?
don't believe in
When
anything.
I went to a tour, he was underneath a car park.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I've been on that tour.
How is he where in Leicester?
No, if you go to Berlin, if you want to walk and tour,
Yeah.
there's a car park where Hitler killed himself.
In Berlin?
In the car park?
Yeah, because they won't make it.
He won't make it.
We'll make it a shrine.
Yeah.
I thought it was in a bunker or
They'll make
something.
it. The bunker's under the car park.
Same way Thingy got chucked in the Mersey. Who's that cunt?
They won't make it a monument.
Osama bin Laden.
No. There was that rumour, wasn't there? That it wasn't. Who's Brady? Was it? They said they chucked him in the
Oh,
Mersey
really? Just to get rid of him?
when he died because he was just a cunt. They thought we're not
They don't want him to have
just
a grave.
fucking get him in there.
So, I bet people still rock up to that car park, eh?
People, you go on a walking tour, they say, underneath this car park is Hitler. And they won't make a monument because they're scared people might turn it into, like,
Fair enough.
neo-Nazis will turn it into a shrine and stuff, and they don't want that, so they don't...
Yeah,
they
that's
don't
fine, isn't it?
But then they still take it to the car park, so like, I'm sure
Yeah.
neo-Nazis
There's
want
people
it.
there.
Just go and park a Volkswagen in there and just praise that if you want to make a monument.
So we haven't convinced you, no.
What do you think?
No.
Have you softened it at all?
I just enjoy it.
Good little,
This is your interview for membership.
I mean, if there's any finance, if you're gonna give me any money going,
holiday in Butlands.
You watching
Free holiday in Butlands.
5 ton a month.
Yeah.
And I say a prayer before the pod. Yeah.
You're easily bought.
That's how Scientologists get people though. Scientologists
money?
get people. Well, it's not with money, but like apparently the
thought it's a pyramid
diagnostic tests and
selling,
stuff like that. No, it's the diagnostic tests or whatever they call it. It fills you with confidence. So you go and have a better. It's just placebo. So they fill you with this confidence and superiority, and you can go on free courses for like learning to talk better in rooms and that.
Okay.
And then the whole time they're telling you this is because of Scientology, when really all it's doing is a placebo effect of giving you a bit of positive thinking and confidence, and maybe it's like, say, some simple skills of why wouldn't you talk to that person, and like sort of thing. So like that's when actors become famous. They're like, oh, it was all because of Scientology. It's like, no, you had a bit more self-belief.
Rent a crowd.
Bit of self-belief.
Yeah.
When you start doing that?
Pay me, I'll do anything.
Pay you, you'll do anything.
5 ton and say whatever you want on the podcast, yeah.
Say whatever you want. Sponsor the podcast.
I'll have your church sponsor this pod if you give me.
What if we just become a Patreon?
We have
That's not enough. Hold on, how much your Patreon? £10
What's your highest?
10.
10.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not making any money on that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing it. Not both of us. Just one of us.
We'll finish on amen.
Yeah. I'll take the money off you, then I won't do it, and then I'll just pray for forgiveness. Like, oh, I'm sorry. I've forsaken you, Alan.
He's worked out the system.
Yeah.
Who's the one who denied it 3 times?
Peter.
I'm named after him. Simon Peter.
Yeah, there you go.
Peter denied it 3 times.
He did, yeah.
Jesus knew he was going to be done, didn't he?
Yeah, he told him ahead of time.
It's go watch, but are you swerving it now?
No, I'm still
Okay, okay.
It's harder on these chairs.
I do you want a pillow?
No. Like, watching God watch this episode, isn't it?
Right,
Yeah, so Peter denied 3 times.
If there was a God, there wouldn't be any gut watch. Go on. Peter, Simon Peter.
Yeah.
So he denied
He's
it
the
3
keys
times.
as well, isn't he?
He did, yeah.
Why isn't he as bad as Judas?
Because
He's a rat, isn't he? He's even worse, isn't he? Because Judas at least made some dough from it. Simon Peter's just been a little pussy. He's going, I don't know what you're talking about. Don't know what you're talking about. Don't know what you're talking about, you little bitch.
Well, that's it. They all did a runner, didn't they? That's why it's so amazing. Everyone abandoned him.
Down
and
the fucking
and then
pussy.
still, how did it happen?
They all legged it at the time.
Exactly.
And when he comes back to life, they all seen him. And then they all die.
So they done a runner on him.
They all get
like
killed.
proper got off. But
So,
then
like,
who killed
a month
him?
later, Peter gets up in front of everyone and
Yeah.
says, "This is real, this."
If it's not real, you really die for it.
Yeah, definitely. People die for way stupider stuff. People do that fucking challenges on TikTok and die for
I'm not saying they wouldn't.
Blue whale challenge on TikTok.
Would you
Choke
get
yourself
boiled
out.
in oil? Would you?
Yeah.
Because if you know it's a blag.
Yeah, if in your head, you're
Yeah, but
like, I'm just,
People head cases.
in your head, if you're just saying, "I'm just
Look
doing
at
this because
these.
Alan's giving me
I'm doing
5
this for the
tons."
dough.
Like,
For the dough.
Look at the Tiger King or whatever them
Doing
cunts
this
who
for
work
the
there.
dough. You know what I mean?
Or the people, Charles Manson's cult. People die for people.
Yeah, but
Give a fuck. People get fucking lost. People end up going to ISIS for shampoo.
No, yeah, but they believed it was real, didn't they?
did, yeah.
They believed it was real.
Because they believe in the
So they're
idea
not-
of
so
it. If you
I
believe in
guess
the
they're saying
idea of it,
they're
you'll do
not blagging
anything.
it. They're not. If they'd known,
But
if
if you know it's
if they
black-
said, if people said, "Oh, you saw that,
So
he come back to life," and they went,
He didn't
"Yeah, I
do
didn't
it.
really."
That Manson fella. He made all his loonies do it for him.
That's
Like,
what
top
these are,
themselves.
loonies.
So what?
yeah,
what
but
we're saying is,
Jesus died
He
as well.
committed
Though. Yeah,
suicide.
he was a ball. He was on front line.
So what
Jesus
we're saying
died.
is
Come
if
back. Who killed? How
all
did
these
they?
people have seen Jesus, right? They kind of die for it. Where he didn't, because he knew it was a blag. Manson knew it was a blag himself. He wouldn't go and kill anyone himself, would he? He got them to do it for him. As far as I know from the story.
Yeah, but then Jesus is just a bit more of a nutter. That's why they talk about him more. Manson's only he'll fade out after 100 years. They go, "Oh, we won't remember him."
Exactly.
So you're
Jesus is more. He's the maddest. He's a madman.
He's the top nutter.
Yeah,
he's either a madman,
Yeah.
or he's
like
actually
Braveheart, William Wallace.
It's either he's either mad, right? Or
Yes.
or it's real.
It's mad.
Okay.
He's mad. He's
Yeah.
off his head.
Yeah, okay. I'm happy you're saying that. I'm not.
What was I going to say? How did they die? The apostles?
They were beheaded and
Crucified upside down,
Crucified,
boiled
yeah.
All different
alive.
ones.
all different.
By the people that killed Jesus.
Probably the Romans again. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, probably.
What's this?
There's only one survived. He got boiled alive and he got the death sentence.
He survived it.
And he survived somehow.
So what
they
happened
ended
to
up
him?
putting him on an
I don't
island.
think he had a great quality of life afterwards.
They put him on an island somewhere on
I'm
his
probably
own.
related to him.
So he wrote the Bible. I thought the apostles wrote the Bible, or that I just got that wrong.
No, it was
J.K.
people after.
Rowling.
So Matthew, Mark, Luke and John, they weren't apostles.
Weren't they?
Oh, they were the writers, weren't they? Yeah.
They're the writers.
They were just people that writing it.
Yeah, they were the ones that wrote it down.
The
But
Matt,
So were they alive
the
at
Matt
the time?
Groening of the time.
They got it off, like, they got it off the
stories.
apostles.
Yeah, off Wikipedia.
first-hand accounts.
So were they alive at the time then?
When they wrote him?
Yeah, is that
I assume so, yeah.
right?
It was, a short period of time afterwards when the original
When the
guy
original
started
one
to die.
started
They
to
thought we
die.
better get this down.
Started writing it down.
Simon's gonna love this in a couple of thousand years. We better get some of this down.
Simon's going to be, what's this nonsense?
Yeah.
I'd rather read Harry Potter.
Hang on, it's only 2,000 years. That's not that long.
No,
It's a few generations in it.
A few.
well, a fair few, yeah.
2,000.
Yeah.
What's a
Not
generation?
that many.
Generations only 20 years, isn't it?
Right, yeah, but then you have a few great-grandparents far back.
Yeah, but don't forget, every time you go back, the life expectancy goes down a bit.
Yeah, I know. 'Cause
So-
they're thick enough to not work out to live longer, so they'll believe more.
That's
So
it,
it's
innit?
perpetuated. Yeah.
I think that's the thought
They've
nowadays.
gone, we're only going to live till 20 because we're going to get eaten by a
I think
lion.
that's the thought nowadays that we're too
so
clever.
clever now.
Like the God of the gaps they called it, where basically God fills those little gaps where we don't have knowledge yet.
Yeah.
And as we get more knowledge, we don't need them anymore and we push them out. That's
then
kind of
It's the most sensible thing you've said all podcast. Simon.
Yeah, but then the argument then is
I'll take that.
God gaps, they're called.
every time you get knowledge, there's more questions.
Well, that's
Yeah, and they had no knowledge then, so there was no questions.
Yeah, whereas now there's still questions. That's Aaron's argument is, but there's still questions that like
no, but I'm not.
only
for
God
us, it's
could
not
sort
even,
of answer.
Nah, but it's not even that. I don't mind. I'm just they explain it. I go, oh, cool. That's how God did it.
Yeah.
Sound.
Yeah.
You really that is that is
Why-
that is
So
the
you had a
worst
Big
kind.
Bang Theory and all
Yeah.
that, which a lot
God
of
did
some
it.
Christians might say, no, that didn't happen. God did this. I'm happy with Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, sound.
God went bang.
But even like, I just think
What
sometimes
of all this is just God's
Everyone
podcast?
at Sands just there with that going, for fuck's sake, we've worked out all of this. Yeah, God did that before that. Done.
they talk about, don't they? They say like, you know,
I respect that. I do respect that. Sitting there with a bunch of the best minds that we've still got now and going, yeah, no, God did that beforehand.
Yeah.
so the
Yeah.
fact that we're all here
Yeah.
like this, we're all
When you
here
can
like
send
this.
an email, that's when you can make an email in the middle of the desert, I'll be like, right, you're clever. That's a good barometer. Just stick someone in the middle of a fucking field. Say, right, send a text message. And you'd be like, I'm fucked.
I don't know where we're gone
know
now.
where-
I
You
don't
could
know
be in
what's
that
happened.
field for 100 years.
Yeah.
You'll never send a text message
Yeah, what's your point?
What's your
What's your
point?
point?
because you're not clever enough to ever even conceive of how to do it.
But how have we done it then?
Because people are clever.
Yeah, but just not Alan.
Yeah.
You're just saying I'm
That's a bit personal.
I think as well.
Yeah, but some of the top, some of the top scientists are probably Christians.
They
now,
are.
as well.
Yeah, they're little. They don't trust them.
You don't trust
Yeah, I
them.
don't trust them. They've
kind
got
of-
something wrong with them. Them ones. You can't know all of that
In
and
fact-
still believe
no,
that
that's it,
nonsense.
Einstein was a Christian.
Yeah.
And
We
the more
all
like
of the
You ever
best
see the
ones.
state of it?
The smarter you are, the more questions you have.
Nah.
But you just think this is all. I mean, it's incredible, isn't it? This
Yeah.
is all an accident. They call it like the watchmakers thing,
podcast?
where you can. They say it's like walking along a beach. You're just walking along a beach. You find a watch. No one made it or anything. It's just there. Something of that intricate and with that kind of mechanism and all that.
Yeah.
Just come out of nothing. It's just there,
it's just
and you
there.
just go. For me, it's a bigger jump to believe that.
That what? That
That
this-
just this
that this
everything. It's just
happened
how
by
did it even
chance.
happen? Oh, there was nothing.
was
This
nothing.
is
It
what
makes no
but-
sense by design. It's,
that's-
it's
that's what I
But
mean.
insane.
this is your argument.
that's what I
There
mean
was
by it being
nothing.
another Earth.
So there was
That-
nothing,
Nothing at all.
and then all of a sudden that
Bang.
nothing heated up, exploded, and then there's Simon 2 million years later.
I
By
guess
more
design, the
believable.
hospital on theme hospital. It's tricky to do by design.
Well, that intelligent design, kind of.
You stick a monkey on there, probably with a better hospital. That's fucking around.
where it comes short for me, and this
Go on.
like this might be just the way I think. Why? That'll always be
Why
my
do it?
sticking point.
Yeah,
Like I can look like all the stuff that he says. I can look past all that because I do think for everything we solve, there's another question. For everything, like I can always understand.
Rounding this podcast up now. It seems quite gone.
I can always understand why someone else is to believe,
Yeah.
but for me, why I'd never is the why.
But like what? Like
But
existential
why did
questions. Like
God do it anyway.
Well, you're saying like this is so sort of like how it's easier to believe this was done by God than to just be by accident.
Yeah.
But then my thinking is, why would God just do this?
Oh,
Why? Why would God do this?
I asked myself that in the morning.
Exactly.
why would God do this?
Why?
Why did
Yeah.
he bother?
Why am I 25 stone 10?
We got back
Like,
to
why
that.
would God
We've
do
come
this?
And if
full
that isn't
circle.
evidence enough that God
That's
doesn't
it.
exist.
Rob, you are the evidence.
That was
for,
my why.
He's
bother
going out with Maya
creating
Jarman.
What?
Why bother creating anything? Is that
Yeah. Or why bother creating anything? Or for the knowledge that we have now, why would you create this one thing?
I don't mind other things. That's
We don't-
okay.
we-
But
That's what I'm saying.
There
Like,
might be other things created. Mate.
yeah, but I'm saying if there
it's
was
brilliant, isn't
more
it?
of it, then
The universe is a big place.
that's why I'm saying where science can open up. I'd probably come more. I'd believe it more if there was loads of it.
that's fine.
I'd be more like, oh yeah, maybe there is a God
Yeah.
because there's loads of this just living,
Yeah.
and I can understand that. But why would just one, just shitty little earth?
I don't know.
I think it's pretty amazing, though, isn't it?
No.
No.
Possibly.
I'm not
Possibly,
saying
though,
there's
then,
not bad bits.
possibly, but then
how
I've
the
seen
other
heaven,
half
mate.
live.
I've been to Waitrose on a Sunday.
if I hadn't seen such riches,
That's it.
Live with being poor.
Wild Canadian
That's why
scholars. Yeah.
Puzzle from Bootle, like it
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
matter.
yeah.
Yeah.
You need the hope.
Yeah,
yeah, the being one earth. That's what.
yeah.
No,
You
I
from
do-
Bootle,
I do
Tom?
understand that.
You from Bootle?
From Bootle.
No,
he
it
lives.
does sound like I'm
Sounds
from
No, where you
Bootle.
from?
He's from God's country, I think.
Hampshire.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
nice.
My wife's from Netherlands. No, that's how I ended
Was
up
you
here.
Baptist
Jesus, how did that happen?
when you were born? That's what he
How
asked
did you
himself
two
all
meet?
the
Is that a
time.
question then? Or
That's what-
Jesus, how did this happen?
So you're from
That's Tom on Mizzy
Hampshire.
night.
yeah.
You're from Hampshire, and then
Yeah.
she's from Netherlands. Where'd you meet?
We met at
Quiet retreat.
music college. Music college.
Oh, what'd you play?
Guitar.
Oh, you could have brought your guitar with you.
Well,
man.
we could
Little-
finish with a
Bit of
song.
Kumar.
That's a
You were
very
there.
different
Come
vibe.
on. Yeah.
It's funny you should say that.
Top.
Sing goes out. Sing goes out.
Shine, Jesus, shine. I've got it on Spotify.
You know the tunes already.
I know. How great that was.
There
Oh,
we go.
how
One
great
of the
that
best.
was.
Yeah.
I
One
can
of
only
the
get the
best.
version on YouTube that I like, but how great that was. Oh, I love that one, yeah.
Hey,
Do love how
you're
great they
basically in already.
Oh, Lord.
What's the problem? Stop protesting.
I reckon you're closer to being in than me.
Probably awesome.
You can lead worship at our church, mate.
Yeah.
Can you play guitar or not?
with a hat like that.
No, but I can fuck kids. Am I in?
Fucking hell.
We've done so well. We've done so well.
Scared to an appropriate joke a lot.
Then sings my soul. Oh, I can't hit that.
The
I know. You
Saviour
got a
born
good
to
voice.
be.
How great,
How great thou art.
how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Saviour, unto thee.
True.
How great thou art, how great thou art.
What's a Baptist banger?
Our work here is done. This did not end how I thought it might.
John the Baptist. John the Baptist.
Get me a John the Baptist.
Wow.
The church and a full kit. With the thorns and everything.
Does that
Sandals, rose and thorns, whatever you call it. What's that thing called they have in the thing?
Oh, the crown of thorns.
Yeah.
Is that blanket still exists with Jesus on? You're going to start that on Sunday? You're like, we're talking on a podcast.
We learned a new song.
I reckon that'd get more if you made it just like a club scene.
We do that.
People do.
Yeah, I know, but you're trying to be wholesome with it.
Oh, well,
Like I would just be debauched. Just be really
that's
horrible.
the problem, innit?
Drink, fuck everyone like they used
That's
to
the
do.
problem. The fucking. That's the
But that's the problem with the world, isn't it? Not like. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, possibly, yeah.
Yeah, but that's not the problem. That's the solution. Hedonism.
No. We started this.
They've tried that many times throughout.
started
It's not
this.
new.
Yeah,
that.
and they always
It's
keep
not
trying
new.
to do hedonism. It
I
always
wonder
goes
why.
back to
I wonder why.
Exactly.
We started the podcast talking about why you started it, and you were talking. You sort of briefly mentioned the gambling addiction.
Yeah.
Thing.
Hey, steady on now.
Yeah. Bit personal.
You're going on about just do
All
this,
right,
do
mate.
that.
What do you want me to say? I don't know what I am.
We're breaking you.
I'm not being dead serious, but we started.
Gamble that he's real. There we go.
You obviously,
Biggest red or black in the world, isn't it?
you
And then
obviously
it comes
in
up
some way-
green, you fuck.
You obviously in
The
some
wrong
way-
god.
I'll keep going. You obviously in
Go on.
some way didn't like that person for a bit because you said I've stopped.
Yeah, because he
that
was
now."
skint.
Because he was terrible at gambling.
So it's terrible at the It's the machines, the flashing lights.
Yeah, the lights.
Do you get what I mean? Though you'd obviously decided I'm not going to be that anymore.
There's
You
something wrong.
can't win.
Something
You can't
wrong with
win.
that.
Yeah.
But what he's saying is, you always. He's saying deep down you'd want to be more wholesome,
Yeah.
which is true.
Oh, there's something
yeah.
about humanity.
we always
go,
say how much we'd
And
want to be
especially for your
wholesome, but we
kids as
can't.
well, and all that. Type
But
of
we all, yeah, we reckon we're all broken, aren't we? There's something wrong. There's something
Dunno,
wrong
you
with
know.
all of us.
Yeah,
And that's a natural human response. There's something, we're broken. There's something wrong with us. We need help.
That's the guilt that were instilled by the Catholic Church,
Well,
isn't it?
that's the Catholic
That's-
guilt you're saying.
That I think there's
Just
something
Catholic
bigger
guilt,
than that.
probably human
Worldview
guilt
stuff.
Yeah.
to a degree.
It's knowing you've
I
done
think
something
some
wrong.
people
You know?
major in on it to make you feel guilty.
And that's
Yeah.
that's not our. That's
we
not.
don't try to do that now.
No,
We've done it enough in the past. So
it's a.
don't pass that.
Be there
Yeah.
trying to rob the charity box.
Realised
when
it
you
didn't work. It didn't work that well, so try something different.
Yeah, but the world's horrible,
What I'm
isn't it?
saying, what I'm saying to you is, you've
What is
seen
the-
a version of
is there a
yourself
Bible
that you didn't
passage about
want and you
gambling?
wanted to change.
Yeah, they
That might
they
be
did.
financially
They
or-
drew straws to work out who the
Hang on,
disciples would
hang
be.
on.
I know. Two conversations.
Two conversations,
Sorry.
yeah.
Said, is there gambling verses in the Bible about gambling? I said they drew lots to work out who the disciple
Did,
was
yeah.
to replace Judas.
Have a lottery.
Now we're getting into it. Okay, yeah.
He did have a lot.
Well, no, I guess it talks about anything that addiction, anything that owns you. Do you know what I mean? That controls you, that takes over your life. Those things not good.
There's a
Because where's it come from that you like? You can't drink and stuff like that. Because like
Anything
some
in
people don't drink and that, don't they? When Jesus was
drank.
having had wine every other night.
Yeah.
Jesus, thank you. As we said earlier,
Yeah.
he was called a drunkard. So
Wait, so
even
is
if
the
that's
things?
kind of
I think
slight
I think it's when
made up.
people have
Yeah,
seen
but
like the
you-
abuse of it and how negative a force it can be in people's
Yeah.
life.
People's lives.
They try to
Yeah, but
swerve it right off.
Addiction's
Right.
the
That's
thing.
not
Is the
same
is
for
the
everything.
solution in it?
For
That's when you had a terrible life, so you use that to. It's not the problem.
Sorry.
You've had a bad life, or something's gone wrong in your life, so therefore to escape
Yes,
the fear,
people
you'd start
use it as a
drinking,
solution.
drugs, gambling,
but it's not
whatever.
a good one. It don't. It
Always.
takes.
It's not always because you've had a bad life. Sometimes you just drift into it, don't you?
You just enjoy it.
It's
Ah,
like
fair
it.
enough.
You get to like it and then you get addicted to it. You get what I mean?
But I don't know many people have found it to be like, yeah, this is a great solution long term.
Long term, no.
Yeah, because people are
It's
just
a-
profiting from it, aren't they? It's like, that's why you make it lovely.
Yeah,
Maybe that's the problem, isn't it? The fact people are
again,
profiting from it.
yeah.
We should be allowed to gamble more communally, like I do. My favourite form of gambling is gambling with my mates. I like taking money off my mates.
Oh, that's
Just
good
because
bit, isn't it?
I'm right, then this is
It feels
that's more-
better to take it off your mate than
Yeah,
to
'cause,
take
you
it
know,
off the bookies.
Yeah, because I like my mate to know I'm right.
Yeah.
And when they have to give me the money, they've learned a valuable lesson.
You look them in the eye
Yeah.
when you take it from
you
them.
took a lot off this fella.
No,
We've never gambled.
we've never gambled because I know we're different type of gamblers. I'm a competitive
I'm
gambler.
a heroin addict.
I just
He's a
wanna-
weed smoker.
Yeah.
He's a weed smoker. I'm a heroin addict.
Yeah. He's lights and he's colours and lights and numbers. I was dead
Races.
right. Yeah,
Oh.
I just like being right.
Okay.
It's a competition for me.
Sound.
Appendicitis.
Who's that?
You're going to get better chairs for your guests now.
No,
This is your
just
I'm
punch.
me
confident.
elbow.
I've enjoyed
Yeah,
this.
I've actually quite. Maybe just
Yeah.
do the podcast like this now. Once I've
Just what
sorted
the
my neck out. Remember, I had
Two
this-
couches out.
I
and
had
just
it
get
on
us on
green room the
chairs.
first episode. They had that table on my neck, but I was just like, oh. So I've angled myself a bit more for the majority of the chat. I angled in.
Sound.
Well,
How long is this?
1:37
carry on
is
going. I'm
normally the rule.
enjoying this. I'm enjoying
Oh,
this.
yeah.
We all have a rule of 1:37, but it's your podcast. So if you
Where are we now? What's this?
No, I want to do
can call
longer. I'm enjoying it now.
What's
the first bit?
Yeah.
How do you honestly feel about someone like Simon then?
Don't like
who
him.
Just He's just full on denial. Like, no.
You know that's going to be a clip, don't you?
Yeah. Just full denial. Like, no, nah.
They're better.
No.
They're better than people who aren't asked. Because
right.
people who aren't asked, they're like, I don't care. Someone who's like, full
I'll be
on.
honest, Tom. Like I said before, you perform with it. Once that's off, we are talking.
No, I think ultimately, if it's true,
Yeah.
then it's going to be. It's true.
Doesn't
innit?
matter what he's saying.
Well, no, and I don't have to.
Truth.
In one sense, I can only share what I've experienced in that's convinced me. But if there's nothing I'm going to say.
Because there is people who get like annoyed by just even the question of it. And like even when I done yours, there's people who were like, "Yeah, but you shouldn't be questioning that." It's like, well,
I don't like that fear. That fear again, like we talked about earlier, where it's like if you could convince me out, like if you're fearful and not open to other, I prefer to hear it all. Let's hear it all, and I'll make an informed decision. I'm not like if I'm the people who are blind like that. I think
that's a self-assurance. I mean, that I think comes with religion. Like a lot of people I know, like my family's not religious. There's a self-assurance that I've always admired. It's like they're so.
I still would have doubts though. Doubts is okay.
I find it mad when
Doubting Thomas.
When you, I find it mad when you say you don't believe in yourself, and I'm like, you're the only religious person I know who doesn't believe in themselves.
Doesn't believe in it. What are you gonna say? In the
we've established for a long time. Alan's only in it for the pussy.
You got me.
Yeah.
I think it's faith in it. It's a step of faith. Yeah. I've thought it through. And it's taken me, like I say, like 90% of the way.
Yeah.
And it's still a step of faith. But I'd say an atheist worldview.
Yeah.
Might take them. I don't think take it 90% of the way, in my opinion. But they're still making a step of faith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not. Anyone who says to you now, we've got it boxed off science wise. We don't. It's not. There's still an element of faith, and that for me is the biggest step of faith.
Yeah. Is there something in you that? Like I know, because you're saying you don't look down, you never try and look down on anyone. Is there someone someone could say they have the same values as you? Or someone could say they're religious like you, but then you look at them and go, you're not. So like, or do you think anyone who because there's people I think who are like Jake Rees-Mogg, absolute cunt, but would say he's from
your neck of the woods, and he's on.
I get called a Tory on our pod.
He would say he's about Christian.
I've had to try and quash that rumour.
He would say he's devout Christian, like sort of things. Like
he's a Roman Catholic.
Yeah.
More so. Yeah.
So he's.
And Gandhi would say he looks at Jesus, the teaching and all that. He would go spot on.
Yeah.
But he said it's Christians that are the problem. Yeah. I look at them and they're not living it out. And that's true, isn't it? We're hypocrites. We've got to own it. We're not not getting it all right. But it's madness. It is madness. There's people who would come to have that banner of Christianity, but would be that they've worked it out in totally different ways. And I think that I could get more. People are doing over people who are struggling in the country and that.
I
could get
them
fuming
ones.
about that. You like those ones?
Yeah, the ones that take the demon out of them for 50 million and that, and then they got Lamborghinis.
Prosperity.
They're gangsters.
Yeah, you'd have a bit of that.
Yeah, them.
That's
seen
the
them.
Scientology.
Off to church in a Bugatti.
Yeah.
With that hat on and that, you'd fit in.
Yeah.
Preachers
I could
with
do that
sneakers.
for a living.
Yeah. There's a site, you check preachers with sneakers.
Is that what they call it? Yeah.
And they're like all these preachers wearing like 5,000,
They're horrible, them, though, aren't they?
webs and that.
The ones with private planes and all that.
And they hate the people that they do it. They seem to have like a disdain.
Well, they keep themselves a distance, don't they? There's like high security, so you can't get near them.
Yeah. Like a celebrity culture and all that. Justin Bieber's
like
pastor and all that. Like who?
Like Paul Smith.
Not going to Magaluf
how
now,
it is,
is it? The hordes will be there.
The riff-raff.
Yeah. Ask me what I do for a living. As he floats up on the BCM. You? What do you do?
Yeah. Call me a slag.
Yeah. Mary Magda slag.
Mary, was she what? No, Mary Magdalene, was she the mum or?
Yeah,
she was
a
slag?
prostitute.
She was a
supposedly.
Yeah, there's different.
That Jesus nailed her.
No.
No, just that she was a prostitute.
She was the one.
Da Vinci Code.
Yeah.
Was
The
the
one
Vinci
where-
Code? Is it Mary Magdalene was the mother? Was it?
I think that's what they're kind of inferring there.
Right. Oh.
There's no historical.
They think she was the one, where they were getting ready to stone her because they caught her having sex,
Right.
and Jesus come along and said,
Like,
Hold on, yeah.
"Hold on here."
She's a good girl.
Yeah.
That's the first stone.
Was she fit?
They haven't got pictures in the Bible, I don't think. Not in the one I've got.
Is the description of Jesus in the Bible?
Middle Eastern.
They said
man,
it was
isn't
nothing. Yeah, basically, it said it wasn't. It wasn't. Didn't look like anything. It wasn't nothing to look at.
Wasn't he?
Nothing important to look
Not
at.
like
So he
nice
had to be
looking.
charming.
Yeah,
He wasn't stunning because
Yeah.
so he had to learn how to be charming.
That to be his charisma, yeah.
Yeah.
they said nothing.
No, just because obviously
So it looked
there's
like
American
a Middle
churches
Eastern
one
man.
day
Well, that's
anyway.
it. Every nation
would have.
in China, it's Chinese
flag.
Jesus. Everywhere around the
Yeah.
world. But no, it looked like a Middle Eastern man,
Right.
beard, bit like Simon maybe.
Thank you, Tom.
She needs a
Thank
tan.
you. I do believe I am Christ,
I'm
like
getting that picture.
Christ the Redeemer.
you're not
The
going
top of Blackstone.
You're not going to join a religion. You are going to start one. mate.
Yeah.
I have been watching How to Start a Cult on Netflix.
Form a new
Is that a
religion.
program? Is it?
Yeah, there's like a thick 6-part series, How to Start a Cult. It just goes through all the famous cult leaders or most successful cult leaders.
It's Jesus.
And how they've gone. No, it's literal cult leaders.
Oh,
like-
okay.
Like Charles
This
Manson's
ours
in
isn't
it.
a cult. It's a real one.
How they've done it.
Kanye West.
But I haven't got to. I'm only on episode 3, so episode 6 might be Jesus. So
No.
I don't know, but
Well, he's yeah. Let us know.
So when did you become religious?
So my parents grew up. I grew up in a family of Christians. So
Very
my parents
pious
were-
family.
what were they?
They were like, well, my dad was. He was like used to be into motorbikes and all
White.
that, and he was, and he when he was about 18, he had quite a turnaround and become a Christian. But it was like
So he
changed
had-
everything.
Heavy past.
So your dad's born again sort of thing.
Yeah. So he had
Has he been inside?
as far as I'm aware, only since he become a Christian.
Well, a lot of the gangsters believe in it.
Well, that's it, innit?
They're doing the worst shit.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
they've got like
So you're saying-
10 people and they're like, God can judge. Like, mate, come
Only
on.
God can
Well,
judge me.
okay.
Yeah, all that nonsense.
Yeah, but there's stories equally of people who have lived that lifestyle, and then that's been the moment that's turned it around.
Yeah.
The story's both ways, is what he's saying.
And so I grew up having seen that basically, like my parents, just the lives totally changed by it. So I was like, it got my attention.
So how old are you when you noticed it when your parents got?
Well, they were
got,
just-
got.
My parents got costs. I know. I think it was growing up in church with them, but their lives, like they would do. Oh, so for instance, like dad's.
Because he's.
I've not heard.
He's quite a charismatic type of person.
So yeah,
he's not
for
in
instance,
when you talk to him, but some of the stuff he's done.
Yeah, so my dad's
thought you were talking about me.
basically. So my dad, when the church was doing a building, right? It was they wanted to buy this building, and he basically, him and my mum said we should give some money towards that, and they said, all right, let's pray about how much money, and they come back and they basically said say at the same time how much money to give, and so they said the number, didn't have the money,
Right.
so they sold their house and gave the money to the church.
Bloody hell, that is.
So like.
That's what I mean. That's
probably-
quite
So
out there.
it means something.
That's one way of putting it.
So
Oh no! I mean, I'm even
What?
like,
So
wow.
they both went away separately to pray.
yeah.
And to get a number that they thought they should
Yeah.
give, and they wrote it
Come
down on a
back.
bit of paper and
Yeah.
went, right, pass it here, like
Same
friends
number.
like these, and they come back and they open the they go 500 grand, and they go,
Yeah.
we both thought 500 grand, and they go, we haven't got it,
Yeah.
so we'll sell the house.
Yeah. So my granddad at that point, because my mum was pregnant at the time with me,
Yeah.
and so my granddad at that
I
point said,
know all this because I've just done his mum's funeral.
yeah. So my granddad said,
Sorry to hear that.
granddad kicked. So my granddad kicked. My granddad said, I
down
don't want
on the
anything to
whole
do with you
podcast,
if you're going to do that to your family or whatever. Which is understandable, isn't it? Because it seems mad, absolutely mad. But
So where did they live then once they'd
they
sold the
turned
house?
up at the pastor's house and said, "We give all our money.
homeless.
We give all our money
I
to
think
the
they robbed
church."
my priest.
So this is on you now.
Go to L37, get that priest box.
But again, they would. So again, like basically, they then sort of like, would just what would do now, and people just give them money, more money than they give. They give to the church, and they bought a different house,
They bought it. They ended up with a
a better house.
Because I know the stories because I did the eulogy.
So I
It's a
saw
gamble, like.
It is a gamble. Like.
That's
I'm
one
not
way
saying
to try to play the housing market. Sell it and just beg. Really? Really?
It's called flipping it.
But time and time again,
But
I saw
the
stuff
stories,
like that.
The stories,
And
and
you'd be
stories.
thinking that's mad, and then you go, oh, okay,
Like, what else?
Yeah.
all sorts, all sorts,
He's got a book that he wrote
all
about
sorts.
Oh, your dad wrote a book about
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Did he?
it.
What of just all these mad moves he's made that have turned out well?
He's felt
Yeah.
God's sort of prompted him to do, and he's done it
Yeah.
in faith. Because obviously sometimes you even think to yourself, this is a bit mad.
Yeah.
So what's the maddest thing you done? That's
Gotta
like,
be up
this is
there,
a
isn't it?
gamble.
Selling
Be
the
up there
house.
selling your house
Everything
when
on
your wife's
17 Black. What's the maddest thing he's done?
Oh, he's done all sorts.
What,
my
what,
dad.
what, what would you call
Well, there was
mad,
that
though?
guy who'd put all his life savings on the roulette in America,
I've done that.
and he
That was
doubled
a
it.
TV show, though,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
it's probably
Yeah.
fake.
But
Yeah.
so
It's possible.
all comes back
Sounds
to
like your
all
dad.
comes back to roulette with you, doesn't it? Like,
Sounds like,
yeah.
it sounds
We
like
get
Tom's
back
dad
there
would move like
eventually.
way.
Yeah, but it depends what would you consider mad sort of things like.
Well, selling
I've
your
got a-
house
but he
and
wasn't
just
doing-
going.
Well, I've got a cousin who's the daughter of a millionaire who now
He
lives in
wasn't-
Zimbabwe.
He wasn't
Yeah,
doing
but
it
she's a daughter,
thinking.
she knows it's going to be sound, doesn't she? Because she's daughter of a millionaire.
No, but she doesn't because she's never had any money off them. There's rats
Yeah,
in
I
the
know,
house and
but
stuff.
she knows she's sound.
That's what faith is, though, isn't it?
It won't work. It won't work in the
Faith
head.
that he's not going to fuck the millions.
He wasn't
up.
working- it wasn't
I'll
like-
do this and I'll get a bigger house.
Yeah, that's like
That's not what it was, yeah.
that's Christianity gone wrong. It was
Yeah.
like a no, I want to do this because I feel this is the right thing to
Feel
do.
that this is the right thing to
Right.
do.
So what other mad shits he gambled on faith?
He went and bought a massive marquee tent.
Put a
He
gig
had
on.
no money.
Yeah, did a gig,
He had no money.
circus tent.
And he basically went around with this tent in all different parts of Europe, in like war-torn places and everything, telling people about God. And he had no money.
So he's
What,
like a
just, like,
preacher's for
offering to
sneaker
carry
kind
on
of guy.
again?
No, because he's not got any money. He's giving it all away.
Yeah, but what was it? You know, when he was doing that, was it like
Yeah.
was it like, can I have some offerings to go to the next town and tell them it?
No.
How would he? How
No, he's
would he
working
get
with
by?
people who had
Poor
nothing, so
areas.
he's adding value.
Literally
He's not
poor
coming and saying,
areas.
"Give us
No,
money."
but what I mean is how did he move on to the next town, sort of thing? Just some savings, was it, or? Why are you paying for petrol to get to the next town? I meant stuff
Oh,
like that.
people just
Probably
give money
people
towards it,
Gave not,
but you wouldn't be
not them
asking
people.
for it. You
Right,
wouldn't be
that's what I'm
asking
saying.
for
He's
it.
not telling
Higher
me.
legacy.
People in
Yeah.
England kind
When
of
we
thing will
when I
probably-
moved up to Netherton, coming to Alan's,
The Lord's way.
yeah. Well, that was it. We were there was this. They were starting this
Yeah.
project in Netherton. Alan's church
I know
was,
what he's gonna say.
and we were living down south, and we were literally going, well, what do we do? We were sensing we should do something different with life, and then we randomly come across this project that Alan was doing, and it was in Netherton, and then my wife Emma was like, "That's where I grew up."
So she had no intention of coming back.
We didn't want to move back to Liverpool.
She didn't want to go back, be close to her family, or nothing like that.
We were living down. We said that they started a project in Crosby.
Formby
No,
fell
and
through
so-
me under a Netherton.
So they offered me that, but it was like that was
the job.
for a job. They said Alan said, "Yeah, come up." We'll
So
get-
I'll tell the story.
well, you'll tell it wrong.
we offered
It's
him
that
the
couch.
job.
It does this to me.
We offered him the job, right? And for the first year, our church had to find 10 grand towards that job, and our church is skint. Like skint.
Because they pay Alan so
And,
much.
And,
Because Alan's bouncing around on
Champagne socialist.
one of them speaker preachers.
and the treasurer said to me, "We can't give him the job because there's no money to pay him." I said, "Well, we've offered him the job and he's quit his job, so we're going to have to." Right? And he went, "We've got no money to pay him."
Yeah.
Scratch card.
I said, "Well,
We've spoken
we'll have
to you."
The next day, I got a check in the post of a woman that I'd met once from Guildford.
My neck of the woods.
OnlyFans.
Guildford. My mate knew her a little bit, and she sent us a check. He met her and said, yeah, she was asking about me.
Yeah.
And he said, they've got this new project that they're doing. And she said, I'd like to support that. Right?
Yeah.
She sent us a check through the post for 10 grand.
Hello, you were.
Exactly what we needed.
Paid my first week's salary.
The
Man like Tom in the building.
the organisation were putting the rest in that he was waiting for. So like we had to find 10 grand, and that was like the first week.
There's just like serendipitous chains of events.
They just happen all the time.
different
They just
though,
happen all the time, and then
Yeah,
after
that's
a
the
while you go, All right.
Yeah, they happen all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, yeah, but
That's
it's
fine.
not. It's nothing to do with any
You're saying
higher
they happen
power.
in your life all the time.
It's just
as well,
that.
aren't
Yeah.
you?
Well, no, but like that's what you're hoping for everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because if you don't live with anything like that happening, then it is all fucking miserable.
But
Isn't it?
I guess what it is, it's
So
intentional.
you got to live for something sort of nice will happen. That's all it is. Just
the hope
living
that
sort
kills
of
you.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that's like, oh, this is all these events. That's like, this is definitely by design. Like everyone probably feels that way about anything they do.
I don't think they do actually.
No.
I think sometimes when I look back at things, it's when I see it more, and it's
Right.
and
Whereas
it's-
I just think I'm a lucky person.
Well, some guy gets ahead of you in the lights, and then that car gets leveled just in front of you, and you go, oh.
Why does that have to be fucking miserable for yours?
if-
Mine's just like
Dead bleak.
I've always gone through life thinking I'm a lucky person. That's how I summarize.
I think
it.
if you feel like for us, I guess there's that feeling that there's a purpose and an intention about life.
Yeah.
Especially because you think it was made, don't you? You think it was man-made.
Well,
Well,
not
no, it
man
was
made.
just
God made.
God made.
God
Man-made.
made everything. Don't forget.
Man-made. Man-made God.
Yeah. There you go. So
There you go.
God made everything.
this is
made
the start
man.
of your cult.
Yeah, God, yeah.
Right, so we're wrapping it up.
I don't know, we make that decision, don't we?
Yeah, sorry, Tom.
No.
That's up to you.
How do you normally end these?
I just feel like you two are too polite to.
Yes, can we go home now?
Well, you did want an earlier start, didn't you?
It's become a hostage
But unfortunately,
situation.
the chain of events didn't transpire and we get started out for.
Yeah, but wait till in the car park now. They're
both
gonna
get
find
stung
10
by the
grand.
nazi flow as well.
Yeah, that's it.
That'll come out with
Be
a
a check
coffers.
for 10 grand in the car park
That's it.
now because they come in a bit late.
Be a 520 quid in the post.
Wait
Never
till
mind
you
a 10 grand checking us.
Wait till you see what car we're driving away in.
It's serious.
Skoda.
Not about cars, Skoda.
Yeah, that's very nice.
I learned that Skoda's like a trickle down from like the Audi Quattro.
Yeah.
Everything
Let them
doesn't
wrap it
work
up, will
on
you?
that. Goes,
So,
"We
let them
gotta
wrap
go."
it up.
So where
Right.
can people find you if they want to find you, Simon?
You can find me
In the church.
Yeah, in the church, singing "How Great Thou Art."
It was a
Sundays.
good version, that. Someone needs to mix that.
Yeah.
Cut that out and do us
Yeah.
a tune.
What's the one on
Someone
Spotify? What's wrong with the one on Spotify?
So now
slow.
just there's one on YouTube. That's the best version that I've heard of it. I'm trying to get the one that's like captures the real "How Great Thou Art,"
Yeah.
but you can't really get that. And there's one. It's a bit got too much of a trancey tune to it, but I'm like, oh, it'll do.
Yeah.
It'll do.
You
I
want
just
something
love
old
singing
school
it.
or modern? You love...
I love singing it in the car.
Why?
I just love the way it starts. Oh Lord, my God.
Yeah.
You
sang it about 10 minutes
Right, come on,
sorry.
wrap it up.
So where
I
can
love it, Tom. I love it.
Where can
I
we
know, I
find
love-
you? Where are you doing gigs?
Right, go on, Simon first.
We're doing a live show on the 19th of November.
very
I think I'm going to come to that one.
We'll come
Oh,
there.
nice.
Well, are
one,
we
yeah.
welcome?
Yeah, you can come
Yeah,
on. You can,
I'll
do the,
come
you can
last
do the
one.
show, yeah.
Okay.
Come
No,
on,
not
do
to
the
like...
show.
I just
You can
come
say
and
what's
hang out.
hopefully be a bit more calmer this one.
Sign up to the Patreon.
Yeah.
Follow me on Instagram at Simon Wozniak Comedy. And share all the clips that I'm about to put out. Jurgen Clip. Yeah.
Rob.
At Rob Thomas Comedy. Come to the live show, sign up to the Patreon. That's it. Maya Jammer, hit me up.
Yeah. I've loved this. Thank you for doing
Oh,
it.
thanks for having that. Honestly,
pleasure.
I was made up when you asked us to come and
We
do
were
this.
honoured.
You
I
gonna
know
plug-
Simon didn't have
plug your
anything to
one
do
now?
with it, but
With Tom and Alan.
Wednesday night at Finnegan's.
Wednesday night at Finnegan's, 8 o'clock on a Wednesday.
And if you want to get close
Just
to
catch
close
it
to
again.
God, or you feel any form of spiritualism, these are the ones to get in touch with for your debutante. And if you want to go stricter, leave them later on. But
in a pub.
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
it.
Tom will do it.
I'll want to go for a pint with you.
Alan does weddings and funerals.
He's a sellout on the circuit.
Anyway, press the button.
Is that it? Is that how we
Yeah,
end
press
it?
the button,
Go.
That's
Is that
all
we end
that's all
it,
we're
yeah?
gone.
Here we go.